Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
Game show on the exclusive home for Renegades baseball, the Show Me Sports Network. We'll recap last night's highlights, set the stage for first pitch, and even get the thoughts of the head coach during the pregame show. All while we get set to bring you the exciting play-by-play action of your Jefferson City Renegades. The best pregame coverage in mid-Missouri is on the air as the Show Me Sports Network broadcast crew is ready at the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth. Exclusive pregame coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball is brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City, Avon with Michelle Carty, Boone County Journal, Centurion Cares, Christopher Scott, Farmers Insurance, Doc and Norm Direct, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, Hoslog Landscaping and Design, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, River Oak Christian Academy, Sawdust Studios, State Tech of Missouri, and Walk Off Wood Bat Company. The excitement is building in the stands, and the tension is rising in the dugout as first pitch is just around the corner. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball on the Renegades Radio Network and the Show Me Sports Network. Now let's go live to the field to the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth.
Renegades looking to get some consistency going, and they have a chance to do that here this evening against the Chillicothe Mudcats team that is also reeling as well. Welcome in, everyone, this evening. I'm Ben Schmidt, bringing you all of tonight's Renegades coverage here on the Show Me Sports Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully we've got a good one on our hands. The Renegades, albeit keep alternating wins and losses, have played in a lot of close games lately. We'll see if that streak continues here this evening on what has turned out to be a pretty nice night, for at least for me to take it in as a broadcaster, because it's not super windy. A little bit cooler, especially compared to what the weather we had in Jefferson City last night, where it was just no wind to be found. Feels like it was over 100. Tonight here in Chillicothe, certainly going to have to be battling the paper in front of me, as it has been blowing around all pregame, but you'd love to have that, as it means it won't be super hot. So let's recap a little bit of what happened last night. Renegades took the field against Sedalia at home, a team they were 0-2 against heading into last night's contest, and they were not able to turn their fortunes around as they fell at the hands of the Bombers, 2-0 final score. Renegades only managed 3 hits on the evening last night. 2 of them actually came off the bat of Jack Matashek, batting in the number 2 spot and DHing last night. He had a double in the 6th and a single in the 9th inning. He certainly had a good offensive performance, but the Renegades as a whole could not say the same. They were blanked by Peyton Messer, Tanner Pipes, Alex Brellner, and Caleb Mooney across 9 innings, struck out 10 times, and had just the 3 hits, no runs. But the pitching for the Renegades last night was really the story if you want to take away something positive, as Colin Damo, Brennan Perkins, and Carter Gorin combined to go 9 innings, giving up just 2 runs. Only 1 of them earned, and they also struck out 13 batters. So pitching certainly was a good thing to take away from last night's contest for the Renegades. We'll see if they can do that tonight and have the offense show up. They scored 15 runs on Thursday night in Joplin, but that was sandwiched in between 2 shutouts at the hands of Joplin and Sedalia, 2-0 in their last 2 home games. So still looking to find that consistency. They are 4-6 on the season compared to the 3-8 Chillicothe Mudcats, who they are facing off with here this evening. Renegades will be wearing their blue jerseys with gray pants, while Mudcats have some jerseys I'd say I'm a fan of. They have maroon tops with white pinstripes and white pants. Looking real good here as we're at June Schaefer Memorial Stadium. As we move closer to national anthem and first pitch in this one, ceremonial first pitch was just thrown. We're about 5 or 6 minutes away from first pitch here at the ballpark. I'll get you the starting lineups real quick as we move closer to that. For the visiting Jefferson City Renegades, looking to move to within 1 game of 500, it'll be Adonis Forte, Colby Ott, and Luke Fuller first, second, and third in the lineup. Forte in center, Ott at short, and for the DH tonight, Jack Matashek bats cleanup and plays right field. Carter Goring at first base, and Jackson Lovich at second base bats 6th. Brennan Perkins, who pitched last night in an inning, bats 7th, plays left. Nolan Drill, the third baseman, in the 8th spot. And Joe Hirschler behind the dish this evening, bats number 9. And Braden Boyer, who had a good performance last time he took the mound, I believe it was Sunday evening, he pitches tonight for the Renegades. That'll wrap it up for your Jefferson City squad. Now let's go to the home team, the Chillicothe Mudcats, as Braden Hudson plays center field and leads things off. Elijah Maris, right field, hits second. And Tyler Bickers, the third baseman, in the number 3 spot. Tanner Shears will DH and bat cleanup this evening. Luis Ramirez, shortstop, in the 5 spot. Elian Guzman, the first baseman, hits 6th, with Ryan Middleman, the catcher, behind the plate, in the 7th spot. Jonas Sanford in the 8th spot, and Austin Wright at second base. Sanford at second base and Wright in left field. And on the mound this evening will be Will Loesch. Umpires and coaches both currently meeting at home plate. We're just a few minutes away here from first pitch. One more time to recap those lineups. For the Renegades, Forte, Ott, Fuller, Matashek, Gorling-Lovich, and Perkin, Drill, and Hirschler, with Boyer on the mound. Hudson, Maris, Bickers for the Mudcats, 1, 2, 3. Sears, Ramirez, Guzman, and then Middleman, Sanford, Wright, with Loesch on the mound. Little League tonight here at the ballpark in Chillicothe. Pretty decent-sized crowd. They do have stadium seats all around here behind the home plate, first and third base side, so starting to trickle in here. Pretty good amount of Little Leaguers as I look around as well. Should make things fun here at the ballpark. We just had a pretty nice first pitch, ceremonial one going on, as we're just a minute or so away from the national anthem taking place. Once again, Renegades lost last night 2-0 at the hands of the Sedalia Bombers at home. We're not able to get anything going on the offensive side, but they've alternated between good pitching and good offense here. They score 11 and 15 runs in their 2 games in Joplin, but then the 2 at home that were in between, they scored nothing combined. So had Brady Maltby on the postgame a couple nights ago, and he talked about looking to find that consistency. They are getting good pitching and good defense and have put up some good offensive performances, but as he said, looking to still put it together all at once. Maybe tonight's the night they get that going. I think, myself included, we'd all love to see maybe 11-0 shutout and get the offense going. That would be something we'd like to see move Jefferson City to 5-6, and if they can get it done. So as we continue to wrap up the pregame show, we're going to head to break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes for first pitch. Renegades versus Mudcats in the Show Me Sports Network. Be right back.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, walk-off wood bat company bats are made with premium-grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 two-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
River Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslog, owner of Hoslog Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hosloglandscape.com.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
Back here at June Schaefer Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, just about ready to go for first pitch and baseball here this evening between the Mudcats and the Renegades. Once again, I'm Ben Schmidt bringing you tonight's coverage. Thanks for joining me here on the Show Me Sports Network. Hopefully we are in line for a good one on a really nice evening to take in at the ballpark. Definitely some wind, and to put things in perspective on how hard it is currently blowing, one of the Mudcats players who is jogging out to his position during the lineup introductions, keep in mind jogging out to his position during the lineup introductions, his hat was actually knocked off based on the wind. So you would have to think that's not the last time we'll see that happen this evening, as if that was just during a light jog, I would not be shocked if there's quite a few times when an outfielder or even an infielder is striking out a ball and we see the hat go flying due to the wind. So warm-up pitch is now currently being thrown by Will Loesch, right-hander, on the mound this evening for the Mudcats. So we are just about ready to go. Like I said, Little League night here at the ballpark in Chillicothe. So each and every starter on the mound and even in the field tonight for the Mudcats had a Little Leaguer trotting out to their position with them. Pretty cool thing going on here at the ballpark. I believe a lot of those Little Leaguers got autographs or pictures and got to jog on out there to their positions. So that was pretty cool to take in, and now as Loesch continues to fire in those warm-up pitches, we are closer and closer to first pitch between the Renegades and the Mudcats. Once again, I'll give you this Renegades starting lineup as they're just about to come to the plate. It'll be Forte, Ott, Fuller, followed by Matashek, Goroingovich, and then Perkins, Drill, and Hirschler to round it out. And then once we do head to that bottom of the first inning for the Mudcats, it is Hudson, Maris, Bickers, Sears, Ramirez, Guzman, and Middleman, Sanford, and Wright. We'll see what Will Loesch has to offer in store on the evening. Wearing number 33 tonight from the University of Minnesota, Morris. Renegades like they have on their road games this season. This is just the 4th road game they've played so far, 4-6 record in total, wearing their blue jerseys with the gray pants. Mudcats sporting the maroon red tops with the pinstripes on them and the white pants to go with. So as Adonis Forte steps in, we are just about ready to go for some baseball here in Chillicothe. Forte, left-hand hitting center fielder, bats leadoff, is into the box. Here's Will Osh's wind and the pitch. This one swung and hit foul, and we are underway here in Mudcat Nation. Seen Forte often hit at the top of this Renegades lineup when he has been in there as a starter and playing a lot of center field as well. He did both of those things last night. Here's the 0-1. This one up and in for a ball. Forte made a highlight play in last night's contest when he caught a ball that went off the glove of Jackson Lovich, but then quickly picked it up and fired at home plate to get a runner trying to score. Goes an outfield assist, and at the time kept it 2-0. This one also misses, and now 2-1 to the leadoff hitter for the Renegades. Forte in last night's ballgame, like I said, did hit leadoff, also played center field. Let me get you his numbers here in just a moment as the 2-1 pitch comes in. This one swung and hit foul, and now even 2-2. Forte struck out twice, was hit by a pitch, and grounded out to shortstop in his 4 at-bats. Renegades didn't have a lot of base hits, only 3 on the evening against the 4 Outlaws pitchers. Excuse me, not the Outlaws, the Bombers. Looking to turn the tide here on the offensive side. We'll see if they can get something going nice and early here in the first inning. The wind, the kick. Here's the 2-2. This one swung and hit out to center field. Coming in is Hudson. He looks to have it measured up, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Forte put some pretty good wood on that one, but Hudson was able to come in, stopped his stride just a step or two before making the catch, and 1 up, 1 down for the Renegades. Solosh will now go to work against the right-handed hitting shortstop for the Renegades, Colby Ott. Wearing number 1 with the blue jersey, steps in. Ott played second last night on the other side here this evening. Looks at a ball here high. Ott had just 3 at-bats last night, flew out, grounded out, and was hit by a pitch. Loesch back into the windup. Here's the 1-0. This one in there, called strike, and now we're a ball and a strike. It'll be Luke Fuller, the DH to follow, waits on deck. We're going to get things going for a Renegades offense that has blanked over 9 innings last night. This one way up, and now 2 balls and a strike. Adonis Forte led off this ball game if you're just joining us and flew out to center field. So now we are 1 out into the top of the first inning. 0-0 ball game here in Chillicothe. Will Loesch has got one he likes. Will wind and bring home the 2-1 pitch. This one hit high in the air on the infield. It's a pop-up. Shortstop looks like he has it. Ramirez under it, battling the wind, and makes the catch for out number 2. May not be the easiest for balls like that this evening. Hit high in the air on the infield, and as the wind continued to make that thing blow around. Ramirez did not catch it right above his head, but actually caught it about shoulder height, but still, regardless, able to make the catch. And 2 up, 2 down for the starter, Will Loesch. So stepping in will be Luke Fuller, number 3 hitter, looking to give the Renegades their first base runner of the evening. Here's the first pitch. This one swung and ripped back up the middle, and that's a base hit into center field. Fuller makes good contact on it. No play for either of the middle infielders, and that finds outfield grass for a 2-out base runner for the Renegades. Nicely done there for Jefferson City's first hit of the evening, and I'll give Jack Matashek a chance to do some damage here with the runner on first and 2 outs. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitching Loesch. Just underway here. 2 outs, runner on first. That's Luke Fuller. He's held on by Guzman. Here's the pitch. This one in there, a called strike. If Matashek can reach and continue this top of the first inning, it is Carter Goring who waits on deck. Back into the box now is Matashek. Working out of the stretch now is Loesch. Here comes the 0-1. This one swung and grounded. First baseman Guzman has got it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will end the inning. So the Renegades get a 2-out base runner in Luke Fuller, but he does not leave the bag, and that will end the inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Renegades held scoreless, 0-0 our score. Back in just a moment on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Dock and Norm Direct.
Braden Boyer getting ready to take the mound here. Right-handed pitcher donning the number 9 this evening, ready to go to work and try and match starting pitcher for Chillicothe this evening, Will Loesch, who just won a 4 batters face, scoreless top of the first inning. Renegades got a 2-out base hit off the bat of Luke Fuller, but nothing was to come of it, and they have reached now 10 straight scoreless innings going back to last night. We'll see if the pitching continue to hold up their end of the bargain. They have pitched very well as of late for the Renegades, and even in that game where they gave up 10 a couple nights ago, many of those runs as a result of errors, so not even all 10 were earned. As pitching has really gotten into a groove for the Renegades. Renegades at 4-6 on the season, facing the 3-8 Chillicothe Mudcats. Two teams meeting for the first time this season. Play here again in this ballpark on what is currently scheduled to be the final night of the regular season in late July. So now here we go. Boyer ready to go to work. Facing the leadoff hitter Braden Hudson in center field, recorded the first out of the ball game on a catch against Adonis Forte. Boyer into the wind, and here's the pitch. This one swung and fouled back, now 0-1. Boyer last pitch a couple of nights ago on the 12th at home against the Outlaws. He went 6 innings, gave up just 1 run. See if he can replicate here this evening. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. This one swung and it foul again, and now 0-2 on the leadoff batter for the Mudcats. It'll be Hudson, Maris, and Bickers due up 1, 2, 3 in the order for the Mudcats this evening and this inning. Bottom of the first, 0-0 our score. First batter for the home team. Boyer into the wind. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one swung and hit high in the air out towards right field. Going back is Matashek. Now takes a couple steps in. He's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Easy one out there for the Renegades right fielder Matashek. Only to take a step or two back and then came in on it, planted his feet, and made the catch about head high for the first out of the evening. So Boyer now off and running, retires the first batter that he faces, and it'll be Elijah Maris. Playing right field tonight. Right-handed batter facing the right-handed pitching Boyer. Renegades playing relatively straight-up defense. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat. This one in there, a called strike. Hook to catch the outside corner, although I am at a bit of an angle here from my current vantage point, so couldn't totally tell where that one was, but certainly in there for a strike. The wind, the kick, and now the 0-1. This one grounded weakly, but they're going to rule that foul as I think it went off the foot of Maris, and that runs it to 0-2. It went off the bat and then I think off either the leg or the foot and then kicked weakly on the grass in front of the pitcher, Boyer. But it was ruled a foul ball, so no balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Bickers waits on deck. Boyer just retired the first batter he faced this evening. Got a fly out to right field off the bat of Braden Hudson. So now after the foul ball, Boyer will look in. Now has one he likes, and here he will deliver the 0-2 pitch. This one swung on and missed, blew it by him, and that is out number 2. Strikeout swinging. A good morning, good afternoon, and good night to the number 2 hitter, Elijah Maris. So after he goes down on strikes, that'll bring up Tyler Bickers, the third baseman for the Mudcats. Sport the stirrups here this evening. Have to say, I think that's a good look. You got the maroon with the pinstripes on the top, and then the maroon socks and the stirrups on the legs. We'll see if he, like the Renegades were able to do in the top of the first, get a 2-out base runner. Right-hand hitter now in, and here's the pitch. This one inside, makes it 1-0. Both pitchers, Boyer in this half of the inning and Loesch in the top half, looking strong early. Get a little bit of a sense of how I had last night when it was a 2-0 ball game and both starting pitchers were cruising. This one hit high in the air out to left. First coming in and now going back on it is Perkins. Now he's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So Braden Boyer sees the starting pitcher for the Mudcats, Loesch, go out there and pitch a scoreless inning, and he does one better. Goes 3 up, 3 down, scoreless bottom of the first. We'll head to the second on the Show Me Sports Network back in just a moment.
When things come out of left field, having a game plan matters. Farmers Insurance has over 90 years of experience helping people play through every stage of the game. We've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything. Talk to Farmers agent Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131 to see how I can help you stay in the game. That's Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
At 5300 or look them up online at Centurion Cares. For more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Sorry about that producing gaffe I just had a moment ago. Still loading on the fly. Ball 1 in there to Carter Gorling. And now misses once again to run things to 2 balls and no strikes. Back here in the top of the second inning. 0-0 score. Both starting pitchers looked really good in their respective firsts. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Gorling. This one in there, a called strike. Now 2-1. Renegades will have Gorling, Lovich, and Perkins due up 4, 5, 6, 7 in the order. This one a called strike at the knees. I don't think Gorling liked that one, but regardless, it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. There was a light shake of the head there by the Renegades first baseman after that one was called a strike. So it's now 2-2. The wind, the kick, and the pitch. This one grounded back up the middle. It's a high chopper. Coming in is Ramirez. He catches on a bounce and throws the first in time for the out. That was a nice play. So once Ramirez got that ball, he fired an absolute missile on over to first base. Landed right in the glove of Guzman. And that is out number 1. Pretty play there by the shortstop for the Mudcats. Said bounced so high by the time he was able to get that. Only a couple steps away from first base was Gorling, but that throw made its way to first very quickly. This pitch fouled off. Strike 1 to Lovich. Jackson Lovich plays all around the infield. We've seen him at third, short, and now second this evening. All coming in the last couple of days. Nobody on, 1 out. Will Loesch is retired 4 of the first 5 that he's faced. This one hit down the right field line towards the foul line, and that is going to get out of place. Now 0-2. Carter Gorling led off this inning with a ground out to the shortstop. Now the number 2 batter in this top of the second, Jackson Lovich. He's back in, righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. This one swung and lined. Once again, foul. That'll get out of play, and we'll do the 0-2 once more. Just about 15 minutes into this ball game, 0-0 score. Will Loesch faced 4, did not allow a run at the top of the first. As here's the 0-2 pitch. Did Lovich go? They're going to say he did, and that'll be a strikeout swinging. Tried to check his swing. Looked to be a close call, but the umpire rings him up, and that is the first strikeout of the ball game for Will Loesch on a couple of pitches to Jackson Lovich. After Loesch went for a scoreless top of the first, Braden Boyer came out and went 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout in the bottom half of the inning. Now Losha, and out away from getting through 2 scores, so you can get Brendan Perkins here to finish off this inning. Ground out and strikeout for the Renegades so far this inning. Nobody on and now 2 outs. Perkins in, left-hander. Was on the mound last night. Here's the pitch. Hit high in the air. That's going to get over our heads. Foul out of place now. 0-1. It'll be Nolan Drill who waits on deck if Perkins can extend this top of the second inning. Here's the 0-1. This one hit in the air, out to center field. Chasing after it is Hudson, still running. Now he's under it, makes the catch, head high for out number 3. So Renegades go 3 up, 3 down in the second. They've only had 1 base runner so far. We will head to the bottom half. It's a 0-0 score. Mudcats coming to the plate.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, walk-off wood bat company bats are made with premium grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
In Braden Boyer We Trust, coined by fellow Show Me Sports broadcaster Blake Gazaway. As Boyer heads out for the bottom of the second inning, looking to replicate what was a 3 up, 3 down first inning. He'll have to face Sears, Ramirez, and Guzman. It's now right-handed hitting Sears into the box. Boyer ready to go to work. And here's the first pitch of the inning. This one in there called strike. Boyer has yet to throw a ball, if my scoring is correct so far. He was 0-2 before the flyout to Hudson, struck out Maris on 3 pitches, and then he has thrown 1 ball, was to Pickens. This one misses, now second. Announcer Jinx always works, and now it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Sears designated hitter on the evening. Boyer back into his windup, and here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one pops in and out of the glove of Hirschler. Do not believe that one was a strike. Nope, it was not. So now a 2-1 count. I apologize to any fans of Braden Boyer because I may have just jinxed him out there on the mound, as he's now thrown 2 straight balls since I opened my mouth and decided to talk about his command. Here's the pitch. This one in there, swung on a missed, got the fastball by him, and now we're even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sears having a quick chat with the umpire after that one, maybe asking for the count. Who knows? Boyer now a strike away from getting the first out of this bottom of the second inning. Here it is. This one swung on and fouled just in and out of the glove of Hirschler. And we'll do the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch once more. Waiting on deck is the shortstop, who made a really fine play, charging out on a ball and then firing a bullet over to first base at short. Last inning, he waits on deck. But first, the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch to Tanner Sears. The wind, the kick, and the delivery. This one misses high, and now we've run it full. Chillicothe reeling a little bit on the season, still very early, but a 3-8 record. Just a game and a half worse than the Renegades, who sit at 4-6 after last night's loss. Here comes the 3-2. This one swung on, hit out to center field. This might get in the gap. I think it will. Nope, Perkins runs it down. Nice running grab. Thought that was going to drop in there between the left fielder Perkins and the center fielder Forte, but Perkins was able to run it down, makes the catch at about hip height, and that is out number 1 on the inning. When that ball got off the bat and the way Forte was running after it, I thought that was going to go in the gap, but it turns out he was actually just backing up the left fielder Perkins. So Heads up defense there. Perkins makes a catch, and so far 4 up, 4 down for Braden Boyer. So it brings up Luis Ramirez. He steps in, looking to give the Mudcats their first base runner. This one in there for a called strike. 0-1 count. Elian Guzman, playing first base on the evening, waits on deck. So far, as I look at Guzman's take his practice swings, looks like it's going to be 6 straight right-handed batters against the right-handed pitching Boyer in this lineup. This one fouled back, and now 0-2. Boyer does have a strikeout, or the strikeout swing of Elijah Maris in the number 2 spot in the order back in the top of the first. 3 flyouts for the other 3 outs. Boyer's been efficient, has not thrown a ton of pitches. Only once has he thrown more than 1 ball in at bat. This one swung on and missed, and strike 3, down goes Ramirez. Blew that one by him. Second strikeout of the evening in just 5 batters with Boyer. And he's retired, 5 up, 5 down. Ramirez will have to take the trot back to the first base dugout. Struck out on just 3 pitches. Now Elian Guzman will step in, looking to still give the Mudcats their first base runner of the evening. Pretty similar start to what we saw Colin Damo go through last night. He retired the first 9 batters he faced before giving up a leadoff single in the 4th. Here's the first pitch. This one misses low, ball 1. Elian Guzman, who was on the receiving end of that fine defensive play that Ramirez pulled off in the top of the 2nd inning, now bats for the first time tonight. A little bit of an open stance, has that left foot pulled out to the side. This one swung on a missed. And now 1 ball, 1 strike count. If Guzman can give the Mudcats their first base runner of the evening and keep this bottom of the 2nd alive, it's Ryan Middleman, the catcher, who waits on deck. Boyer into the line. Here's the pitch. This one up and in. Now 2 balls and a strike. Between these 2 teams so far, as we're an out away through 2 innings, have had just 1 base runner. That was a Luke Fuller single to center with 2 outs in the first. Everyone else has been sent back to the dugout packing. This one low and away. Now a 3 ball, 1 strike count. Like I said, Middleman catching tonight, waits on deck, I believe from the University of Tampa, if Guzman can continue this inning. It's now the 3-1, Boyer having to go to work, and here's his pitch. This one up and in, ball 4, and Guzman will trot on down to first base with the first Mudcats base runner. Nicely worked at bat there by the first baseman for the Mudcats. Didn't chase anything, as a couple pitches Boyer threw there in that at bat. Didn't miss by a whole lot, but Guzman was not inclined to go chasing. Swung at just 1 pitch, and after 5 pitches, gets a free pass. So he'll be held on by Glowing down there at first base. Everyone else straight up defense. We'll see if they're inclined to put the runner Guzman in motion. Quick pickoff though to first. Back in time diving is the runner. Middleman, the number 7 hitter in the Mudcats order, bats with a runner on first and 2 out. Boyer having to pitch out of the stretch for the first time. This one in there, a called strike. Looking to get through this second scoreless inning of work. Had retired the first 5 that he faced and now they've got the runner picked off. They've got Guzman in a rundown. They chase him to second. Now chasing him back. Ott's got the ball, and he will apply the tag for out number 3. As good pickoff move there by Boyer. They caught the runner Guzman too far off the bag, and a successful rundown retires him for out number 3. So we're through 2 innings scoreless. We'll head to the third, 0-0 our score. Be right back on the Show Me Sports Network.
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the number 1 two-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Top of the third inning now after Braden Boyer picked off the base runner Guzman to end that bottom of the second inning after the Mudcats had just got their first base runner of the evening. I'm Ben Schmidt here on the Show Me Sports Network, broadcasting to you live from June Schaefer Memorial Stadium. Renegades traveling here this afternoon, and with that, let me remind you to go riding with Doc and Norm Direct, Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond, they do it all. Doc and Norm Direct is also the official transportation provider of the Renegades, getting us to all our road games efficiently, safely, and in style. To book your next spot for your next adventure, call them at 573-256-1991 or email them at reservations@moexpress.com. Thanks to Doc and Norm once again for getting us here safely this afternoon. Nice and easy drive, about 2.5 hours when it's all said and done. First of 2 games that the Renegades will play in this ballpark this regular season. Second, I believe, is currently scheduled to be played on the last night of the regular season. Correct. July 23rd, these two teams will meet again in this ballpark. Couple games between the two in Jefferson City in the time in between. So now we're ready to go. Top of the third inning, 0-0 our score. 1 base runner apiece for each side through the first 2. First pitch is swung and hit out to right off the bat of Nolan Drill. Going back on it is the right fielder. He's got it sized up, and Maris makes the catch route number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out against the third baseman, Nolan Drill, for the Renegades. So after the out recorded by Drill on the fly out to right field, that'll turn it over to Joe Hirschler, number 9 hitter, before we go back to the top of the lineup for the Renegades. Hirschler behind the dish tonight, one of a couple Renegades catchers on this roster. Catching Boyer so far. This pitch hit in the air, out to right. It's curling towards the foul line. It looks like it's going to out of play, and it does for strike 1. Thought we were going to have 2 pitches, 2 flyouts there to right for a second, but that one continued to go and got over the fence and out of play in the right side. So now umpire will quickly dust off home plate before the 0-1 pitch here in a moment. Will Loesch has looked really good so far. Has struck out 1 Renegade, but is retired so far out of the 8 batters that he's faced. 7 out of them. Here's the pitch. This one swung line to right field. That's getting over the first baseman and down for a base hit. Guzman made a leaping attempt at it, couldn't get it, and on with the 1-out single is Joe Hirschler. Goes opposite way for a Renegade's second hit of the evening. Guzman made a nice leaping attempt at that one, couldn't get it, and it splashes down in the grass in right field for a 1-out single. So now after that, we'll go back to the top of the lineup. Now a chance for Adonis Forte to do some damage with a base runner. This inning started with a flyout to right field off the bat of Nolan Drill before Joe Hirschler, the catcher, just singled to right. Now Forte up for the second time. They quickly throw over to first. Not in time, as back in there safely is Hirschler. Forte flew out to center field to get this ball game going. First 2 Renegades were retired in that inning before Luke Fuller singled to center. That was the only hit for the Renegades to the front 2 and a third before Joe Hirschler just singled to right. His pitch swung on a miss for strike 1 to Forte. Renegades did not have many at-bats with a runner in scoring position last night. I believe, off the top of my head, it was just the one time where Matashek reached second base. This pitch misses outside to Forte. So now we even had a ball and a strike. See if they can get one of those at-bats here early if Forte can put one in a gap somewhere, or even just move Hirschler up to second base, who currently leads off of first, held on by Guzman. Here's the pitch. This one fouled off, and now a ball and 2 strikes. If you're just joining us here on the Show Me Sports Network for tonight's game between the Renegades and the Mudcats, this one cruising along so far with through 2 1/3 innings. At least Will Loesch is through 2 1/3 innings. We're in the top of the third inning. 0-0 our score. 2 hits for the Renegades, none for the Mudcats. This one lined out to left field, curling. It's going to stay fair and get down. trotting it up to second base. He's going to hold right there. That's Hirschler. Forte goes opposite way, second opposite way single, and the Renegades have something cooking here with 2 on, 1 out in this top of the third inning. That ball hit off the end of the bat of Forte was easily going to get it by the third baseman. Only question would be whether it would get down fair, whether it would curve left of the foul line. It was trying its hardest, but gets down fair in front of the left fielder right. And now 2 on, 1 out for the Renegades. Hirschler took a small turnaround second base on that hit, but stays put there. So now Hirschler off a second and Forte off of first base. Steps off the mound, Loesch does, looks the runner back, and first pitch to Colbiot will have to wait. He popped up on a high infield hit ball as a shortstop his first time up in the first inning. Now an RBI opportunity here for the Renegade shortstop. This one hit weakly off the end of the bat, but that's foul. Off to the right side, so now no balls and a strike. Renegades came into this inning with just 1 hit through the first 2 innings, but now have tripled that up to 3 hits. 2 hits this inning, coming on a single to right off the bat of Hirschler and a single to left off the bat of Forte. It's now 2 on with 1 out after Nolan Drew was the first out on the first pitch of this inning. Will Loesch looking to get through 3 innings of work. This one misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Colbiot. Played second base last night, now at shortstop this evening. Seems to be like that's where you've seen him most of the season, either at second or short. Also been hitting usually in the upper half of this Renegades lineup. This one fouled off third base side, and it runs it to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Luke Fuller, who had the first Renegades hit to center field in the first inning, DH, waits on deck. Matashek also in the hole, but that would require one of the next 2 Renegades batters to reach. Hopefully that happens and they can drive in what would be their first run since a couple of nights ago when they were in Joplin. Put up 15 runs on that night. They were blanked in a 2-0 loss last night and have nothing here early. This one inside, and now a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Looked like Mudcats were trying to get that one for called strike 3. Just missed inside. So now Ott back into the batter's box. Gonna have to do some 2 strike damage here if he wants to keep this third inning rally going. 0-0 score. Here's the pitch. This one swung and hit foul. Up in the air and off the backstop just in front of me. Couldn't find initially where that ball went, but all I could tell was Ott was not moving out of the batter's box. So I knew it was foul, but didn't know if there was a chance for anyone to catch it. But it hits the top of the netting behind home plate, and we'll do the 2-2 once again. Looking for the first run for either side here in Chillicothe. Runners take the lead at first and second. This one hit once again, fouling out of play, and we'll do another 2-2. Joe Hirschler single to right, followed by an Adonis Forte single to left. Both opposite way hits for the number 9 and number 1 hitter in this Renegades order. Now Jeff City a chance to jump out on top. Have not held a lead since 9th inning of the 15-10 win against Joplin. Here's the pitch. This one swung lined out to the shortstop. He can't make the catch. It kicks away. It looks like they're going to have a forced play at third, and they get 1 out. Runner Hirschler had to hold as that one was lined basically right at the shortstop Ramirez, and even though he wasn't able to make the catch, the ball didn't kick away far, and by the time he was up with it, easy force out at third base. That'll go down as a fielder's choice and out number 2. It was a well-hit ball and had some backspin on it, so trying to make the catch just above the ankles was the shortstop Ramirez. Couldn't do it, but like I said, runners had to hold there as it was a ball that looked like it was going to be caught. So some bad luck there for the Renegades. These umpires are now meeting, don't know what they're discussing. Forte moved up to second base on the play as Ott reached it first. Discussion still going on between the third base umpire and the home plate umpire. Don't know what they are talking about, as Hirschler was clearly out at third base, was maybe not even 2/3 of the way since he was holding by the time that throw was made from Ramirez to Bickers. Discussion is now over. They ruling the runner safe at first and second. Don't totally know what the manager is arguing about. Maybe he's thinking that that ball was originally caught and that the runners didn't tag, but honestly, I don't know what the discussion here has to be, because once they threw the ball to third to get the force on Hirschler, play kind of just ended, so I don't necessarily know what his argument is, but he certainly seems to be adamant about it. Now we'll finally accept that it's going to be 2 on with 2 out, and we'll head on back to the dugout. like I said, don't totally know what his argument would have been. It seemed like a very simple play to digest. It was lined to short, couldn't make the catch, but since the runners had to hold, there would be a forced play, and Herschler was out at third. So now it'll have to be not Jack Matishek. He waits on deck as Luke Fuller steps in with 2 on and 2 out. Ott, who just reached on a fielder's choice off of first, and Forte off of second base. So now Luke Fuller just had one of the fans here in attendance scream out his name, so he's got at least one here cheering for him. Looks at a strike to begin his at-bat. Sitting started with a fly out to right off the bat, a no-end drill before Joe Herschler and Adonis Forte hit back-to-back singles, but Herschler was just out at third base on a fielder's choice. So now 2 on, 2 outs. 0-1 count on Luke Fuller. Will Lotion out away from 3 innings. This one lined on the first base line, but over to get it is Guzman. Nice play on the ground ball. He's up with it and steps on the bag to end the inning. So Renegades threaten with a couple base runners, but can't push anything across, and this one stays 0-0. What to the bottom of the 3rd inning on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt. I'll be back in just a moment.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Welcome back to Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network. Really nice night at the ballpark here at June Schaefer Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, Missouri. We're on to the bottom of the 3rd inning on what has been a pretty quick-moving game so far, thanks to 2 pitchers that seem pretty locked in, and we are still scoreless 0-0 as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Braden Boyers had to face the minimum thanks to a pickoff after Elian Guzman was the first base runner of the game for the Chillicothe Mudcats on a walk, but he was subsequently picked off, leaning too far off of first base, and now Ryan Minowan will get to step in. He saw 1 pitch, a strike in that at-bat in the bottom of the 2nd inning, but will now step back in. We'll see what he does here to lead off this bottom of the 3rd inning, looking to scratch across the first run for either side. This one hit high in the air out to center. Forte goes back, looks to have it measured, under it now, and makes the catch. 1 pitch and out number 1. Boyer continues to cruise here in this one. Not a whole lot of deep fly balls hit by either side, as it looks like pretty easy so far for all of these outfielders, both left, right, and center field, to measure these up. Have not seen a lot of running catches. Really, the only one I can maybe think of was where Brendan Perkins tracked one down on a ball that I thought originally off the bat was heading for the gap. That was last inning, but he made the catch about hip high. Outside of that, it's been cans of corn. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat to Jonas Sanford. This one misses inside. It's now 1-0. Number 8 batter in this order. Mudcats have just 1 base run on a walk. It's now the number 8 batter hits Sanford with Austin Wright, the left fielder, waiting on deck. Boyer, here's the pitch. This one just missed. Thought it was going to be a called strike at the belt, but call was not made. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Boyer's had to throw just 1 pitch out of the stretch so far this evening, as next one was a pickoff. This one, foul ball. Kind of just a quarter swing there by Jonas Sanford, and it hit on the lower end of the bat and off to the right side. It was, originally wanted to make sure that didn't go off his hands for a hit by pitch, but nope, it was a foul ball. So now 2 balls and a strike on the second baseman of the Mudcats. Boyer into his wind. Here's the pitch. This one lined out toward short. Ott dives, can't get it, and that's into center field for the first hit of the ball game for Chillicothe. Ott made an attempt at it, went airborne to try and dive and knock that one down, but really never had a shot, as that one is a 1-out base hit for the Mudcats. Sanford put good one on that one. Lined it into center field. Forte was over to pick it up, but by that time Sanford was already at first base. Second base runner of the evening now for Chillicothe. So with that, Sanford will be held on at first base by Gorling, but Boyer now having to face what is the only left-handed starter in this lineup. Here's the pitch, misses up, ball one to Austin Wright. Just joining us, 0-0 score, 1 out in this bottom of the third inning. Renegades have 3 hits. Chillicothe just got their first on a single to center field off the bat of Jonas Sanford. It's now Austin Wright, left-handed batting left fielder, steps in, facing Braden Boyer. Here's the pitch, this one a called strike, now even at a ball and a strike. Mudcats did have a base runner before the single that just a moment ago, but it was a walk, and that runner Guzman was subsequently picked off just a couple pitches later. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and missed. Pulled the string there. Nice off speed coming out of the right-handed Boyer, and now a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Boyer, at least early, picking up where he left off when he last took the mound on Sunday evening. Finished that game going 6 innings, just gave up the 1 run. It was a game that the Renegades had to come back to win 7-6 against the Joplin Outlaws, where they walked it off in the bottom of the 9th. So Boyer took a no decision in that one. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one misses outside, and now 2 balls and 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter. Second time through the Mudcats order coming up here in just a moment. We'll go back to the top in Braden Hudson, Elijah Maris to follow. Quick throw over to first, back diving in safely is Sanford. Once again being held on by Gorling. One of the couple players on the evening sporting the stirrups. Gorling, one of them. I see Odd out there has him as well. Back into the box now, Wright awaits the 2-2 pitch. This one high and away, and a full count to the left fielder for Chillicothe. We'll see if they put Sanford in motion here on a 3-2 pitch. Only left-handed hitting position player in the lineup this evening through the first 9. All 8 right-handed hitters against the right-handed pitching Boyer before Wright just steps in. So now we'll do the 3-2 pitch. Sanford takes lead off of first, not running. This one foul, and we'll do it again. First hit just a moment ago for Chillicothe on the evening. It was a single to center field by Jonas Sanford. He now leads off of first base. Sanford, the second baseman, takes his lead with the left fielder Austin Wright batting. So now back into the box. We'll do the 3-2 pitch once again. Here's Boyer's delivery. This one high, and Wright will trot on down to first with the walk. They try appealing, but they say Wright did not go, and now runners on first and second with 1 out, just like the Renegades had in the top half of this inning. So on the play, Sanford moves up to second base, Wright on down to first, and now we'll go through this Chillicothe lineup once again. Hudson bats with Maris waiting on deck. Chillicothe, if they can scratch one across, will be the first team on the board here this evening. Renegades currently in an offensive slump. They were blanked 2-0 last night, and through their first 3 trips to the plate, don't have anything here this evening. Boyer checks the runner. Here's the pitch. It's a bunt, but it's fouled off. Gorling came charging in late against a right-handed batting Hudson, who tried to bunt there, but his bunt attempt went foul straight off the backstop behind home plate. So now it'll be 0-1 to Hudson, who flew out to right field to get the Mudcats going in the bottom of the first inning. He steps back in now as Sanford leads off second, Wright off of first base. Gorling not holding him on, plays even with the runner, now steps in on the grass, thinking a bunt will come again, but this one will not be bunted as it's hit foul. Out of place now, an 0-2 count, almost certainly not a bunt coming here now, and a 2-strike count. Hudson looking to drive in a run here, or at the very least move these base runners up to second and third. Boyer's been crisp so far, giving up just 1 hit, 2 walks as well, as through the front 9 he retired 7 of them that he faced. Check the runner Sanford leading off a second, looks back a couple of times, and now we'll bring home the 0-2 pitch to Hudson. Swung on him, missed, blew it by him, And a big strikeout for out number 2 sends Hudson back to the dugout. Just 3 pitches to the Mudcats leadoff hitter before Boyer sends him back in for out number 2. Third strikeout of the evening, all 3 swinging out of the arm of Braden Boyer. And now we'll look to keep the Mudcats off the scoreboard if he can get this last out of the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2 base runners on thanks to a single and a walk. Now Renegades return to straight up defense, scoring now playing behind the runner. Here's the pitch. This one gonna go as a foul ball. Thought originally based on the sound that ball made that it might have hit the batter Elijah Maris, but it is a foul ball. Must have been off the lower part of that wooden bat. So now no balls, 1 strike count. Maris struck out swinging on just 3 pitches, his first trip to the dish. Second batter in this lineup. Does have an RBI opportunity here, but with 2 outs. Sanford, the second baseman, leading off a second. As quick trip to the mound just happened between the catcher Herschler and the pitcher Boyer. We're certainly talking about just a little bit of strategy going on with 2 outs, but a runner in scoring position and another at first base. Runners not playing on top of the bag, so no chance for a pickoff throw attempt here. Straight up defense, Sanford off second and right off of first. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, pulled the string there, and now 0-2. So Elijah Maris has seen 5 pitches, and all 5 of them have been strikes. Boyer looking to get the 3rd one of this at bat, what would be his 2nd straight strikeout, trying to end this bottom of the 3rd inning. He looks in for the sign from Herschler. Got one that he likes. He's ahead in the count to Elijah Maris, right fielder. 0-2. 2 on, 2 out. Here's Boyer's pitch. This one misses low, and now a ball and 2 strikes. Tried to get him to chase in an 0-2 count. Maris did not bite. And we'll do the 1-2 here in just a moment. Here at June Schaefer Memorial Stadium between the Mudcats and the Renegades. 0-0 score. 2 outs, 2 on, bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. This one swung on a miss. Strike 3. 2nd in a row. Boyer really gets down to business after the 2 base runners and sends us to the 4th. Still scoreless. So Renegades going through the top of their order here in just a moment. We'll be back. They look to push across the first run of the ballgame in the bottom of the 4th on the Show Me Sports Network.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslag, owner of Hoslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hoslaglandscape.com.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom. Using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market, anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
Will Loesch out for his 4th inning of work this evening. Pitched 3 scoreless so far against this Renegades lineup. Looking to repeat that for a 4th time here as he takes the mound. He'll face 4, 5, 6 in the Renegades lineup. Matashek, Groing, and Lovich. Retired all 3 of them the first time they came through the order. Matashek grounded out to 3rd, Groing ground out to short, and Lovich went down swinging. We'll see if the tide can finally start to turn here for the Renegades. They have not had a whole lot of luck on the offensive side in the last 24 hours. But thanks to their pitching, they're very much in this one and have a chance to take the lead here in the top of the 4th inning, 0-0 score. So now Will Loesch looking to go to work, has allowed 3 hits so far on the evening. Only 1 strikeout, and now gets Matashek to foul this one off for strike 1. The 1 strikeout came against Lovich, struck him out swinging in the 2nd. Outside of that, a lot of balls hit in the air. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third. And that's been a main way that Loesch has recorded his outs so far. 0-1 pitch on the way to Matashek. This one ripped out to right field, and that gets over the leaping head of the second baseman Sanford. A leadoff single as Matashek was hustling, thought he might really push one there, but he takes a turn and stays put at first. A leadoff single for the Renegades here in this top of the fourth. Matashek has really been working well at this near the top of this Renegades lineup the last couple of evenings. Last night when the Renegades had just 3 hits, Matashek had 2 of them. Hitting out of the 2 spot last night, DHing it a double and a single. Now as a leadoff single, he's 1 for 2 on the evening, as now Carter Gorling steps in, takes a ball low to begin his at-bat with it now a runner on first base, no one out in the top of the 4th inning. Loesch now pitching out of the stretch. Matashek leads off first. This one just below the knees, now a 2-ball, no-strike count. Gorling, we've seen him play first, also take the mound a couple of times so far in this season. Now steps in and fouls this one off, so now 2 balls and 1 strike. Just a couple weeks into this Mink League regular season, as we've reached the middle of June, Renegades sit at 4-6 after last night's loss. Chillicothe just a game and a half worse at 3-8. Quick pickoff attempt at first base. Matashek dove back in. First baseman Guzman held the tag on for a pretty long time, but Matashek smartly kept both his hand and then I believe his foot as well on the bag. Guzman still holds him on at first base. Now the pitch. This one hit high in the air out to right field. Right fielder Maris is over. Now in foul ground, but makes the catch, so Matashek will have to trot on back to first. And that is out number 1 off the bat of Gorling. Hit that one high in the air, but right fielder Maris had plenty of time to track it down for out number 1. Ball actually tailed off all the way into foul ground, but pretty good amount of grass out there to the right side of the right field line. And more than enough space for Maris to run that one down. So now with 1 out and 1 on, Matashek leading off first, and Jackson Lovich will step in. That one missed for a ball to begin his at-bat, so now opportunity to get something going for the Renegades. They have not scored a run since a couple of nights ago when they were in Joplin. Were blanked last night 2-0. Here's the pitch to Lovich. This one got him on the arm, and that will allow Lovich to trot on down to first base. Either got him on the arm or the wrist area, but he looks to be all right, so Matashek will trot it up to second base after the 1-out hit by pitch on the Renegades second baseman. This inning started with a single to right off the bat of Jack Matashek before Carter Gorling just flew out to right field, and then on a second pitch of his at-bat, Jackson Lovich was hit on the arm wrist area of his left arm. He's all right, though, and takes first base. So now 2 on for the second straight inning for the Renegades. He had 2 on, 1 out in the third. Couldn't get anything out of it. Now as we move to the 7th hitter, Brennan Perkins. He takes the ball low here. He's got a similar opportunity that we saw in the third. Perkins flew out to center his first time up, but no one was on at that circumstance. It was the final out of the second inning. Now a much bigger spot here as Matashek off a second, Lovich off a first. This one a called strike, so now evens things up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Looked to be pretty close there at the knees. Perkins took it and was given a strike 1 call. So now Will Loesch working out of the stretch with 2 runners on. Matashek off a first, Lovich off a first, Matashek off a second, Lovich off a first. Here's the 1-1. This one swung on and missed. Loesch really pulled the string there as Perkins was out in front, and now it'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nolan Drill waits on deck. Neither team has scored. 0-0, 1 out into this top of the 4th inning. We'll see who's able to push one across first this evening. Quick check of the runners. Here's Loesch's pitch. Swung, hit in the hole between first and second. First baseman Guzman's got it, but the pitcher Loesch didn't cover the bag. So that'll go down as an infield single off the bat of Perkins, and that loads the bases for the Renegades. Other runners advance. Guzman had to go to his right to field that ball, and Loesch was not quick enough off the mound, and Guzman looked up and accepted defeat on that one, just held the ball as that allowed Perkins to trot on up to first base. It was a nice lunging defensive grab by Guzman, who is out of his first baseman's position, but like I said, Loesch was nowhere near the first base bag once he got the ball. So now bases loaded for Nolan Drill. This pitch hit high in the air on the infield. This should be out number 2. It's an infield fly. They rule it. Second baseman Sanford makes the catch, and that is 1 pitch, out number 2 against Nolan Drill. It's now still bases loaded. Matashek on third base. Lovich, who was hit by a pitch on second, and Perkins, who just hit an infield single, the 4th hit of the evening for the Renegades, off of first. But Drill, who has seen just 2 pitches this evening, is now 0 for 2, and it'll be up to Joe Herschler if the Renegades want to scratch across a run. He singled to right his first time up. Renegades hoping he can do something similar here as they've got bases loaded, but now 2 outs after the infield fly. Here's the pitch from Loesch. This one misses low, ball 1. Herschler behind the dish tonight, one of a couple catchers Renegades are carrying this season. 0-0 score, 2 outs now in this top of the 4th inning here in Chillicothe. Mudcats starter Will Loesch looking to wiggle around a bases loaded 1-out jam. This one swung on a miss. Now a strike there on the catcher Herschler. 1 ball, 1 strike. If Herschler can reach and would have to drive in at least 1 run here for the Renegades, we'd go back to the top to Forte, who waits on deck. Runners take their leads. None of them held on. Here's the pitch. High and inside. Now 2 ball, 1 strike count on Herschler. First baseman Guzman plays basically even with the runner off of first base, Perkins, who had an infield single to the first baseman just 2 batters ago. Loaded the bases with 1 out before the infield fly pop up to second base off the bat of Drill. Here's a pitch, skips in there and gets away. Matashek can't come home as that one did not get that far away from the catcher Middleman. It skipped off to the left side, but just out of that dirt area behind home plate. But regardless, now a 3 ball, 1 strike count. So major potential here for the Renegades to bring in their first run of this evening. See some movement, some stretching in that Chillicothe bullpen, but no throwing so far. Will Loesch delivers this one just inside, and that's ball 4 to bring in a run. Had to hold a second to see if that one would be called for strike 2, pardon me, but it was not. RBI credited to Joe Herschler as Matashek comes in to score, and now a 1-0 Renegades lead. On the play, Perkins moves up to second, Lovich on to third, as they're now going to have a meeting at the mound. It looks to be the manager, I think, who's come out here. He's not making an indication that he wants that baseball, though, so it looks like it's going to be Loesch here to try and get through this 4th inning. Joe Herschler just now in a 3-1 count, took a base on ball on a pitch that looked to be close, but it was called ball 4, so he gets free pass to first base and the RBI for this first run of the ball game. Matashek, who singled to right to lead off this inning, trotted on home to score. Other runners advanced on the play, and so now still bases loaded with 2 outs. 7th batter of the inning now coming to the plate, and Adonis Forte. He's flown out to center and singled to left his last time up in the 3rd. Now bats here in the 4th with bases loaded and 2 outs. Renegades now lead 1-0. Here's the pitch from Loesch. Called strike at the knees. Gets this at bat off and running. We just had a bases loaded 2 out 0-0 score before Joe Herschler just walked to force in the first run in Jack Matashek. It's now Forte. Here's the pitch, hit foul, and now 0-2, so Will Loesch strike away from ending this inning with just a 1-0 score. Playing center field and leading off the last 2 evenings is Forte, 1 for 2. It's for the 3rd time now in 4 innings. Will Loesch a strike away and out away from sending us to the bottom half of this 4th inning. Long again to the catcher Middleman. Runners take their leads. Ducks on the pond. Here's the pitch. Swung and grounded off to 3rd. It was foul as Jackson Lovich tried to make a barehand attempt as the base runner on that one was not able to bring it in. But it's a foul ball, so it'll stay right at an 0-2 count. Matashek just scored at run number 1 for the Renegades. Lovich, like I just said, who tried to make that barehand on the foul ball, leads off a 3rd. Herschel off for 1st, and Perkins off a 2nd. We do the 0-2 pitch once again. Loesch has got it. Here it comes. Ripped down the first base line. Nice play by Guzman once again. He's got it. Just beats Forte to the bag. That goes ground out 3 unassisted to end the inning on the sliding stop by the Mudcats first baseman, but not before the Renegades get on the scoreboard. The first run for either side. They score once on a bases loaded walk, so we head to the bottom of the fourth. Renegades now lead this one 1-0. We'll be back in just a moment on the Show Me Sports Network.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Renegades looking to move to 5-6 on the season. They've been hovering right around that 500 mark all season long, have not gone on any big winning streaks or losing streaks. Most wins they've had in a row was 2. Same with the most losses, as they continue to alternate in that win-loss column. They lost 2-0 on Wednesday night to Joplin before putting up by far their best offensive performance of the season on Thursday, a 15-10 win, before returning home last night to Vivian Field, where they lost 2-0 to Sedalia. So now they're on the board. They have scored their first run since Thursday night. Came in on the base on balls last inning for Joe Hirschler. They lead this one 1-0, bottom of the fourth inning. Braden Boyer has been excellent this evening for the Renegades. He's through the first 3 innings, allowed just 1 hit and no runs. He takes the mound once again, facing Tyler Bickens. Here's the first pitch. This one a called strike to the third baseman for the Mudcats. Bickens flew out to left field to end what was a 3-up, 3-down first inning in his first at-bat. Now bats here with no one out to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch from Boyer. This one once again a called strike, and now 0-2. Boyer had 2 runners on with 1 out last inning in the third before coming back to strike out both Braden Hudson and Elijah Maris back-to-back swinging to escape that inning unharmed. Looks for potentially a third strikeout in a row. He's got an 0-2 count on Bickens. The wind, the kick, and the pitch. This one ripped out to right field, but that's foul out of play. So hard from this angle to tell off the bat to right field whether they're fair or foul. As that one, he put good one eye on it, but was late on it, so fouls it off to the right side. We'll do the 0-2 once more. Boyer now back on the bump, looking in for the sign from Hirschler, who just drove in the first run of the game. Here's the wind and the right-hander's pitch. This one hit out to second, just past the diving glove of Lovich. Coming in to pick it up is the right fielder Matashek, and that is a leadoff single for the Mudcats off the bat of Tyler Bickens. Jackson Lovich made a diving attempt at that ball. Looked to be pretty close to coming up with it, but just got by the glove and into right field, and then subsequently died in the glass for Matashek. Playing a good right field, came in quickly to get it and hold Bickens to a leadoff single. So now after the single to right field, Bickens will lead off of first base. Tanner Sears, the DH who flew out to left to start the second inning, will step in. Boyer retired the first 5 batters he faced in this ballgame. Has had to work now with some more runners on these last couple innings. Pumps this one in there for a called strike to open the at-bat to Sears. Sears ran it full his first at-bat up there to lead off the second before his flyout. Boyer now back on the bump. Bickens takes his lead off at first, quickly throws over. Gorling's got it, but back in there safely is the base runner. Luis Ramirez waits on deck, the shortstop Elian Guzman in the hole. Boyer now set to deliver the 0-1 pitch. This one swung on and missed. Blew the heat by him there on Tanner Sears, now an 0-2 count. I'm no pitcher, I'm no Braden Boyer out there on the mound, but would not be shocked here in an 0-2 count. I had to see him try and pull the string with the off speed here. Quick throw over to first, back in time safely is Bickens. He's gone back-to-back fastballs in this at-bat to get to 0-2. Called strike and a swinging strike. Would not be shocked to see him here try and go off speed and get him out in front. Boyer now set at the belt. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one swung and fouled off to the left side. Did go off speed there. Shears was down front and hit it off to the left. And out of play. Bickens was running on the play. He'll have to trot on back to first base. He actually cleaning up the skid marks just in front of second base where he slid into the bag. Was then kind enough to pop back up and kick him off with his cleats, kind of get it back to normal. Maybe an indication that he plans on sliding into that second base bag once again here. We'll see if he's off and running. So we'll do the 0-2 once again to Tanner Sears facing Braden Boyer, who works through this Mudcats lineup for the second time. Has not allowed a run. It's just 2 hits given up. Quick throw over to first. Once again, they're really trying to prevent Bickens from getting a lead off there at first base, being held on by Gorling. So now Sears, the DH tonight for Chillicothe, back in there. Right-handed batter facing the right-handed pitching Boyer. We'll see if Bickens on the run. He's not. This one way inside. That actually got the batter, Sears, and he'll trot on down to first base with a hit by pitch. Boyer was just ahead on an 0-2 count before trying to run one in. Couldn't find the spot, and then it hit Sears on the left arm. So now 2 on with nobody out for Chillicothe in this bottom of the 4th. Just over an hour into this one, Renegades just took the lead in the top half of this 4th inning on a bases-loaded walk. They've had 5 hits through 4, but have only been able to push across 1 run. And now, second inning in a row where the Mudcats have 2 on. Runners take the leads at first and second. Here's Boyer's pitch. This one misses outside. A ball to Luis Ramirez, who struck out swinging on 3 pitches, his first time up in the second. Tanner Sears leads off a first. Tyler Bickens off a second. Bickens singled, and Sears was just hit by a pitch. So now, Boyer with work to do. Gorling plays in on the grass, maybe expecting a bunt here off the bat of Ramirez. Boyer checks the runners, and now will kick and deliver to Ramirez. This one fouled off. Runner was off and running to third, but he'll have to head on back. That's the runner Bickens, who already tried to steal second before the hit by pitch, and now is running there to third. But with the foul, he'll head on back. So now a 1-ball-1-strike count. Boyer been real effective so far this evening. One of the bigger threats he's had to face. Had first and second, 1 out last inning before striking out 2 batters. Now he's got to work through first and second. Nobody out here in the 4th. Gorling now a couple steps back, no longer playing on the grass. Plays actually behind the runner off of first base, Sears. Here's the 1-1. This one fouled once again, and now we'll do it 1 and 2. Third baseman Drill was in on the edge of the grass. We'll see if he takes a couple steps back now with the 2-strike count. Jackson Lovich far back on the dirt at his second base spot, only a step or 2 in front of the grass. Now takes a few more steps in. Odd playing pretty much even with the runner taking his lead off of second base. That's Bickens. Boyer's now got the sign that he likes from Herschler. And now will step off the mound, tries to look Bickens back to second base. Was trying to extend that lead little by little. Just tried to steal third a few pitches ago on the foul ball. See if he does it again right here in a 1-2 count to Ramirez. Boyer checking the runner. He's off. Here's the pitch. This one, a ball thrown on third. Drill's got it, the tag, and he's in there safely. Bickens swipes third on the play. Sears stays put at first base. Now first and third, nobody out, and a ball as well. It's now a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Bickens got a good jump there. He's already seen him try and steal a bag a couple of times this inning on pitches that were foul. Successfully does it there, and now tying run just 90 feet away with no one out in this bottom of the 4th inning. Sears still at first. 2-2 count now on Ramirez, looking to drive in a run for the Mudcats. Here's the pitch. This one swung on a hit in the air, foul ball out of play, and will stay right here locked at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you're just joining us, this one was scoreless through the first 3 innings. Both starting pitchers, Braden Boyer and Will Loesch, have worked well, but the Renegades just took the lead in this top of the 4th inning on a base-loaded walk. Now Mudcats threatening first and third, nobody outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Luis Ramirez. Here's Boyer's pitch. This one just missed, just below the belt, but was just high, so now it is run full, in danger of potentially loading the bases. Boyer tried to get a called strike three looking there to Ramirez, but did not get the call, so now it's run full. Renegades trying to hang on to the first lead that they've had in a couple nights. Quick throw to first, back in time safely is the base runner Sears. Braden Boyer making his first start since Sunday when he pitched at home at Vivian Field. Pitched really well in that ball game as well for the Renegades. Went 6 innings, 1 run allowed. Here's the pitch. Swung and foul, and it stays right at full. That one actually found its way through the netting here off to our right side. Fan ends up with a foul ball to go with his beer this evening. Takes the souvenir. Now we'll do the 3-2 pitch once again. It is Luis Ramirez who stands in there. Struck out swinging his first at bat up in the second. Now in a big spot first and third, nobody out. Bacon's off at third, Sears off at first. Quick throw over to first, diving back in safely is the base runner Sears. Braden Boyer's got work to do. Pitching with nobody out in this bottom of the fourth inning. We'll see how DP is able to go this evening. Was relatively efficient through the front three. Most work he's had to do now here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's a 3-2. This one lipped out to center field. That's going to get down in front of Forte, and that'll drive in the first run of the ball game. RBI single. No shot for Ott, the first baseman, to catch that one as it was lined over his head. So that'll go down as an RBI single. Really nice at bat for Luis Ramirez. He knots this thing up at 1 run apiece. Bikins, who stole third base just a moment ago, trots on home to even things up at 1. Sears also moved up to second base on the play as now the Renegades are going to have a meeting at the mound as all 3 batters this inning for Chillicothe have reached thanks to a single to right, a hit by pitch, and now an RBI single to center off the bat of Luis Ramirez. They're now knotted at 1 run apiece. Renegades still lead in the hit column. They've got 5 through their first 4. Chillicothe now at 3 hits, but still nobody out for them in this bottom of the 4th inning. Meeting at the mound still going on. Third baseman Nolan Drill joining them as well, along with catcher Hirschler. Trying to settle down the pitcher Braden Blair, who through the first 3 innings was scoreless before the first 3 base runners have reached here in this bottom of the 4th to knot things up at a run apiece after the Renegades just scored in the top half of this inning. So lead does not last for long for Jefferson City. We are once again knotted after spending the first 3 innings knotted at 0. So now with runners on first and second, still nobody out. Elian Guzman will step in. First baseman has made a couple of fine plays at his first baseman's position this evening. Walked in the second, but was picked off to end that inning by Boyer. Work to do now. Here's the first pitch. This one in there, a called strike to the first baseman of Chillicothe. Guzman from Bloomfield College. Utility player for this Mudcats team. Like I said, playing first base tonight. Boyer checks the runner, reading off second base. That's Sears. Now here's the pitch. This one just missed inside. Guzman started to swing there, held up pretty easily, and that evens things at 1 ball, 1 strike. Guzman was the first base runner of this ball game. Like I said, walked with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning, but with that was then picked off by Boyer. Now on an even bigger spot here, runners off of first and second. Here's the pitch. This one hit in the air, foul, out of play, and we'll stay right here at 1 and 2. I don't actually know where that ball came down. It was hit right above my head in foul territory, but might have gotten over everyone and out of play. Regardless, it's now a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Boyer with work to do. He is not recorded out yet this inning. Has already given up a run, and 2 more base runners lead off of first and second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one up high, and now it's even. 2 and 2. Ryan Middleman waits on deck. The catcher who flew out to center. His first plate appearance to lead off the 3rd inning. Could potentially bat with a couple runners on base. At least 1 in scoring position, depending on what Guzman does right here. Boyer once again checks the runner. Here's the 2-2. Swung and hit foul. That one in the air. Don't know where that one went, but it got out of play. Actually went just over my head behind me. A couple of these foul balls this inning that have hit in the air behind home plate have lost almost immediately. So we'll do the 2-2 once again. Still nobody out in this bottom of the 4th inning. It's been the longest inning that Braden Boyer's had to work through by far. Already given up a run. Now looking to buckle down here and get to work. Runners take their leads. Here's the 2-2. This one swung on and missed, blew the fastball by him. That is the long-awaited out number 1 of this inning. Strikeout courtesy of Boyer, gets Guzman swinging. That is the 5th strikeout of the evening for the Renegade starter. What better time to have it than to record the first out of this bottom of the 4th inning. So after Boyer records his 5th strikeout, that'll bring up Ryan Middleman. Still runners on first and second, but now with 1 out. So potential here to roll one up and get you out of this inning. Still a 1-1 score. Either side yet to make an error. It's been pretty solid defense for both sides. Ott shades towards the second base bag. Here's the pitch. This one out to left center field. Perkins after it. Can't get it. It drops down to base hit. They're going to wave around the runner. Here comes Perkins. Throw the cutoff man. And in there safely scoring is Tanner Sears. It came in on one hop to the cutting third baseman Drill. And by the time he had it in turn to make a throw to the plate, well in safely standing was Tanner Sears. And he scores on the RBI single by Ryan Middleman. That ball was well hit and sinking fast in front of the left fielder, Brennan Perkins. Had no play to try and catch that one, and his throw was not going to get the base runner coming on to score. Both other runners stay at first and second base, and now Chillicothe, their first lead of the evening, they lead this one 2-1. Tanner Sears got a very good jump on that one off of second base. Here's the first pitch to Jonas Sanford from Boyer. This one in there, a called strike. Sanford singled last at bat in the 4th inning. Singled to center field, made it up to second base, but did not score. Chillicothe just pushing across their first 2 runs of the game this inning on an RBI single by Luis Ramirez, and another RBI single just a moment ago by Ryan Middleman, the catcher. This one grounded back towards the pitcher Boyer. He's just going to flip it to the first baseman Goring, and that is out number 2. Both other runners advance. If that one was hit a little bit more towards Boyer moving off the mound, he maybe has a shot to get the runner at second base, but when Boyer fielded that, he was so far over towards the first base line. Just took the smart out there for out number 2, and now chance to get out of this inning and keep it a 2-1 score. So after Sanford grounds out to the pitcher Boyer, we are now an out away from sending this one to the 5th inning. It'll be up to Austin Wright, the left-handed batter and left fielder. Only left-handed hitter in this lineup tonight for Chillicothe. Runners now at second and third. It's Middleman at second and Luis Ramirez at third. Here's Boyer's first pitch. This one misses outside. Ball 1 now to the left fielder. 7th batter to come to the plate here in this inning. Just 2 runs scored for the Mudcats, but potential for more damage as one pushed into that outfield grass would likely bring home 2 more runs and make this 4-1. Renegades score in the top of this inning, now trail 2-1, bottom of the 4th, 2 on, 2 out. This one a called strike at the knees. Looked to be a little low, but nice frame job there by Hirschler. We're now even at a 1-1 count. Wright took a base on balls, was on with first base with 1 out in the 3rd inning before Boyer came back to strike out the next 2 that he faced. Now a chance here to widen this Mudcats lead. Boyer checks the runners. Here's the pitch. This one hit in the air on the infield. Both Hirschler and Drill going after it. Hirschler looks to have a play, gives way, and Drill can't make the catch. That one falls in foul territory. Drill looked like he maybe overran that ball by a step or 2 as Hirschler gave way to the 3rd baseman for the Renegades. But regardless, even after the foul ball, that makes it a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Boyer a strike away now from getting through his 4th inning of work. Give it up now 2 earned runs. Potential for more here with runners off of second and third. It's Luis Ramirez who had an RBI single this inning at 3rd base, and Ryan Middleman off of second who also had an RBI single. They both drove in Biggins and Sears. Renegades now trailing 2-1 and 1-ball, 2-strike in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Up and away. Now we're even 2 balls and 2 strikes. If Wright can reach with now a base open at first, Braden Hudson would come up to bat, who has flown out to right and struck out swinging in his 2 plate appearances. Chillicothe at 3-8. Renegades now at 4-6. Boyer back on the mound. time was called by the batter, Austin Wright. Looked like he had something in his eye, still poking around, trying to get whatever it was. Now he's ready to go back into the box. Wearing what I have to guess at one point were white cleats, but are now almost a dark tan color from all the dirt those things have taken in. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here it is. Foul ball. We'll do it again. Braden Boyer, the starter tonight for the Renegades, cruised pretty much through the first 3 innings. Had 4 strikeouts through those first 9 outs, but then has ran into some trouble here in the bottom of the 4th. Let the first 3 batters reach on 2 singles and a hit by pitch. Those 2 batters that reached came around to score. Now it's a 2-1 ball game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Once again, runners take their leads, 2 outs. This one foul, and for the 3rd time here coming up, we will do the 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. Like I mentioned, Austin Wright took a base on ball in his at-bat in the 3rd inning. Now hits as the 7th hitter to come to the plate in this bottom of the 4th inning for Chillicothe. Just a little over 80 minutes into this one. Been a pretty quick moving ball game as it's been low scoring. Both starters have worked well. And now a strike away from end of the 5th. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Boyer's pitch. Swung and hit high in the air out to right. Going back on it as Matashek looks to have it measured up under it and makes the catch to end the inning and straining runners at 2nd and 3rd. But the Mudcats get on the board and take the lead as well. They lead this one now 2-1 as we'll head to the 5th. Back in just a moment on the Show Me Sports Network.
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Dock and Norm Direct.
When things come out of left field, having a game plan matters. Farmers Insurance has over 90 years of experience helping people play through every stage of the game. We've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything. Talk to Farmers agent Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131 to see how I can help you stay in the game. That's Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
The 5th we go here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt, bringing you all of tonight's Renegades coverage as they have headed to Chillicothe today to take on the Chillicothe Mudcats here at June Schaefer Memorial Stadium. So now back out for his 5th inning of work. I believe that is still Will Loesch out there. Still a right-hander on the mound, and with the letters coming under the right side of the word Mudcats, a little hard to still see, but yes, looks to still be Will Loesch out there wearing number 33. Can confirm now. So he goes back out for this 5th inning, has given up just the 1 run on what was a bases-loaded walk RBI, just the only walk that Loesch has issued so far through the front 4 innings that he has pitched. So he has done a pretty good job. Given up 5 hits, just the 1 earned run. So Renegades now have work to do, trailing this one 2-1 after Chillicothe got 3 hits last inning after Braden Boyer had given up just 1 through his first 3 innings work, then gave up 3 all in the 4th inning, 2 of them for RBS singles, and that resulted in what is now a Mudcats 2-1 lead. First pitch to Ott, hit high in the air, out of play off to the right side. So now 0-1 to the Renegades shortstop tonight. We've seen Ott play both short and second all around the middle infield this season. He's at the shortstop position right now is in a 0-1 count here in this top of the 5th inning. Will Loesch back into his line. Here's the pitch. This one hit, actually swung on a miss. Thought he got a piece of that one foul, but did not, so swung on a miss. 0-2 count now on the Renegade shortstop, who has popped out short and grounded into a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-2. This one hit high in the air. This one should stay in play. Guzman waving his arms. He is under it, and he makes the catch route number 1. Guzman was not going to let anyone steal that one. Yelled, "I got it," and waved his arms all over his head emphatically for out number 1. So after Ott is retired to start this 5th inning, Luke Fuller will step in. It's been a struggle of late for this Renegades offense. Did not score last night, just 1 run through the first 4 innings here this evening. Luke Fuller, designated hitter, and number 3 hitter in this Renegades lineup. We'll see if he can get a rally going. Here's the pitch. This one hit in the air out to our center field. That ball's hit pretty well, but Hudson looks to have a play. He's under it, and that is out number 2 on just one pitch to Luke Fuller. Second time this game that he has stepped in. Actually, now after that flyout, has seen just 4 total pitches across 3 at-bats. So he flies out to center field. Hudson made a nice catch. Ball that looked to be hit pretty well off the bat, but did not have enough. It's exactly 400 to dead center field in this ballpark, so you've really got to get into one to send one out. So now Jack Matashek will step in. Here's the pitch. This one skips in there for ball 1. Matashek scored what has been so far just the lone Renegades run. Grounded out to third in the first inning, and then singled to right field to lead off last inning before scoring on the walk. Here's the pitch. This one misses now, even at a ball and a strike. If Matashek can reach and continue this inning, it'll be Carter Goring, who is 0 for 2, waiting on deck. Renegades do have 5 hits on the ball game, but not a whole lot of timely ones. Scratched across just 1 run through the first 4 2/3 innings. This one ripped, and that'll get into right field for a single. The second hit of the ball game from Matashek. Hit that one on the nose. Second baseman Sanford went after it, but had no play, and that one finds green grass out behind the dirt at second base. And it's into right field for a 2-out single. Nicely done, Jack Matashek. He's got back-to-back singles and back-to-back innings. Both of them going to right field off the bat of the left-handed hitter. And he will now lead with Carter Gorling stepping in. First 2 in this inning were retired Cole Biot and Luke Fuller before Jack Matashek in a 1-1 count. Just line one out to right. First pitch in, there is a called strike to Carter Gorling. Gorling grounded out to short and flew out to right field his first 2 at-bats. Renegades now trailing by a run, 2-0. We are 2 outs into this top of the 5th inning. Renegades just got their 6th hit of the ball game, but have just 1. Snap throw down to first. Matashek back in there safely. Did not see if that one was called a ball or a strike because it came up so quickly. It was a ball, so now a 1 ball, 1 strike on the first baseman for Jefferson City. Goring now back into the batter's box. Bats here facing Will Lotion out away from 5 very strong innings as there is throwing in that bullpen. This one grounded out to short, should be an easy play. First baseman Ramirez goes the short way to Sanford at second, and that is the inning. So a very quick top of the 5th, potentially the final one for Will Loesch. He strands a base runner. Renegades don't get anything. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 our score on the Show Me Sports Network.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Braden Boyer back out on the mound trying to match Will Loesch, who just completed his 5th inning of work. We'll see if Boyer can do the same and keep this one at a 2-1 Renegades deficit. I'm Ben Schmidt bringing you tonight's Renegades ball game on the Show Me Sports Network. This game flying along so far as both pitchers have pitched really well. Line for Braden Boyer so far, 4 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks to go with 4 hits and 2 runs allowed. Both coming in RBI singles in the 4th inning off the bat of Luis Ramirez and Ryan Middlemans. So now we'll face the top of this Mudcats order. Braden Hudson in to lead it off. Starts this bottom of the 5th inning. Here's Boyer's pitch. This one swung on and missed. Blew the heat by him there. That one looked to have some life on it, and Hudson could not catch up with that one. So now it'll be an 0-2 count to the leadoff hitter for Chillicothe. Hudson is flown out to right and struck out swinging his first 2 trips. That's the 3rd time here in the 5th. This one swung on and missed again. And now an 0-2 count. It'll be Hudson, Maris, and Bickens, 1-2-3 in the order, and 1-2-3 in this inning. Chillicothe with a win here this evening would improve to 4-8 on the season. Loss would drop Jeff City to 4-7. That's the way it currently stands with the Renegades trailing 2-1. Here's the pitch. This one swung on a miss, strike 3. Down goes Hudson on strike, swinging for the second time tonight. And Boyer is off and running in this bottom of the 5th inning. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and out number 1, swinging, courtesy of Braden Hudson. So Elijah Maris will now step in. Right fielder and right-handed hitter up for his third plate appearance as we make this way through the third time of this Mudcats order. Maris has struck out swinging both times he stepped in. 6 Ks on the evening now for the Renegade starter, Braden Boyer, who outside of getting himself into some trouble in the 4th inning has pitched very well. Can't see that Renegades bullpen, but I believe from what I was told earlier that he's Stuckey in line to be one of the pitchers potentially this evening. Don't know when we would see him. If that is true, this one a called strike to Elijah Maris. There is throwing, or at least there was at the end of that last inning in the Mudcats bullpen. Don't see anyone now. Bullpens are basically right next to both dugouts here. Into the line, the 0-1 from Boyer. This one just misses outside. It's now 1-1 count to the right fielder for Chillicothe. Maris struck out on 3 pitches in the 1st inning. Saw 4 total in the 3rd and struck out swinging then as well. 4 hits total for Chillicothe off of Boyer. Here's the 1-1. This one grounded foul off to the left side and now a 1-2 count. Boyer working quickly and has been ahead now of both batters that he has faced so far to start this bottom of the 5th inning. Renegades led this one 1-0 halfway through the 4th inning before giving up 2 runs in the bottom half of that inning, and that's where we currently stand now with a 2-1 ball game. 1 ball, 2 strike. Boyer looks in for one he likes from Herschler behind the dish. Now into his wind. Here's the pitch. This one upstairs, and now a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Tyler Bickens waits on deck, who scored the first of 2 runs last inning. He led it off with a single to right field to get it going in that inning. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, no one on and 1 out. Here's the pitch. This one fouled off, and we will have to stay put right at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Renegades do lead in the hit column. They have 6 compared to the 4 so far for Chillicothe. 2 out of those 6 coming off the bat of Jack Matashek, who has had a good couple of nights on the plate. 2nd multi-hit game in a row for the right fielder for Jefferson City. And we'll do the 2-2 once again. Here it is. This one hit out to right field. Chasing it back is Matashek, still running now under it, and makes the catch for out number 2. Matashek took off when that ball was hit off the bat of the swinging Elijah Maris. And just a second or so before that ball reached its glove, was able to plant on under it for out number 2. Boyer now certainly has settled back in. After back-to-back innings in the 3rd and the 4th, we had multiple base runners on, has retired the first 2 that he has faced. So now he'll face Tyler Bickens, who, like I said, singled to right to lead off last inning, stole 3rd in that inning, and then scored on an RBS single off the bat of Luis Ramirez, also flew out to left in the 1st. Boyer looking to get through 5. Here's the pitch. This one is foul and stays stuck in that netting right above us. Now something to distract me here for the rest of the ball game, unless that one comes down, but it's chilling out up there for now. Boyer working quickly now back into the line. Pitch to Bickens. This one in there called strike, and now 0-2 on the number 3 hitter in this Mudcats lineup. 2-1 our score here in Chillicothe, Missouri. Renegades playing their 4th road game of the season thanks to a couple of rainouts, otherwise would be more. Here's Boyer's 0-2 pitch. Swung and foul. This one up and out of play. Don't know where that one is going to come down. Think it got over our heads. But we'll stay put at 0-2. Turned into a really nice night here out at the ballpark. Not hot whatsoever. There's been a breeze going, although it's been making it a little bit difficult to keep a scorebook. Pages wanted to flip over. I think I will take that compromise to not have a feels like of 102. Here's the pitch. Swung and fouled, and Bickens refuses to be put away on a Braden Boyer fastball, so we will stay put at 0-2. Wind has been consistent so far in this ball game. American flag on the right field side of this one continues to wave out there in the distance. Boyer still had 0-2 of Tyler Bickens, 1 for 2 on the night. Boyer into his wind, and here is the 1-2 on the way. This one hit in the air, foul and out of play. And a good battle now going on here between Bickens and Boyer. So temperature here in Chillicothe is 81 degrees. Feels like just 84, but where I'm sitting does not really feel like even 84 degrees. Wind has been nice. Very comfortable evening to come on out to this ballpark here at June Schaefer Memorial Stadium. Having to do the 0-2 now here for the third or fourth straight time after a bunch of foul balls off the bat of Tyler Bickens. Here's the 0-2. This one back up the middle. That's going to get just past the dirt and into center field for a 2-out single. Good contact made. Goes slowed a little bit by that grass. Excuse me, not Tyler Bickens. Tyler Bickers was misinterpreting the sloppy handwriting on my number 3 spot in the batting order. Thought I had turned that R into an N. So Tyler Bickers has a 2-out single, his second hit of the ball game. He is now 2 for 3 on the evening after back-to-back singles here in the 4th and the 5th. So now Tanner Shears will step in. Has scored the other runner. Came home on after reaching on a hit by pitch in the 4th inning. Now a chance for a 2-out rally if Chillicothe can string one together. Bickers, who just singled to center field with no one on and 2 outs, leads off of first base. He is held on by Gorling. Here's the first pitch, hit in the air, foul and out of play off the net. And now 0-1. A lot of foul balls just directly behind home plate here in this one. Both pitchers have been able to cause hitters to be very late, especially on the heat, and either swing and miss or swing and foul it off to the backstop. So Sears in the other at bat besides hit by pitch flew out to left field. Throw over to first base, back in standing is Bickers. Braden Boyer, so far through 4 2/3 innings, has given up now 5 hits to go with 6 strikeouts. Runner goes. This one lined out to left field. Chasing it is Perkins. Can't get it. It's down a base hit. He bobbles the ball. Runner's going to move up to third base. Was on his way to third anyway before the ball was even bobbled. And I think what made it is Bickers was off and running. So back-to-back 2-out singles have now runners at the corners, still with 2 outs for the Mudcats. Coach Amelia emerges from the dugout. Looks like that is going to be it on the evening for Braden Boyer. Meeting at the mound after back-to-back 2-out singles that put runners at first and third. We'll see if he's going to take the ball. Boyer is pleading with him to stay out there and try and get through this 5th inning. Did not look ready to give that ball up, and Coach Amelia now just talking with the players, so maybe he's going to let his starter try and get through this 5th inning at work. Discussion continuing to going on. On that 2-out base hit, Bickers was off and running on the play, so he was easily able to find that ball and make the turn and head to third base. This inning started with a strikeout of Braden Hudson before a flyout of Elijah Maris, and Tyler Bickers just singled to center and went up to third on a single to left off the bat of Tanner Sears. So Coach Amelia could not be talked into taking his starting pitcher out of the ballgame. Braden Boyer wanted to stay in this one, and he's going to do it. Coach giving him the opportunity to get through 5 innings of just 2 runs allowed. Have to think now after that discussion that this will be the last batter that Boyer will face, and it'll be Luis Ramirez, RBI single, driving in the first of 2 runs in the 4th, also struck out swinging in the 3rd. Big spot here. Here's the first pitch. This one half swing, but he went around. That's strike 1 to the shortstop of the Mudcats. This could be a very big turning point in this ballgame, as if Ramirez can drive in at least run, it takes the lead from 2-1 to 3-1 and 3-1, and we already know the trouble Renegades have had pushing across runs these last 2 days. Great block on a pitch outside by Hirschler. Runner of Sears off first was off and running on the pitch, but does not matter. Probably not would have been a throw down anyway with the runner at third base. So now no double play opportunity. Doesn't matter with 2 outs. What am I saying? But takes away the force at second base. Is now Bickers leads off third. Sears off a second. 1-1 count after the ball outside on Ramirez. Boyer just 1 out away from 5 innings. Here's the pitch. This one hit high in the air on the infield. Should get him out of it if they can make the catch. Goring comes in. He's under it, and he's got it. So nice work by Braden Boyer to get the final out of the inning. strands 2 base runners in scoring position and keeps it a 2-1 ball game. Will most likely be the end of his evening. So we'll head to the 6th. Renegades got some rallying to do. Don't go anywhere. Back on the Show Me Sports Network in just a moment.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made with premium-grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 two-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
Top of the 6th here in Chillicothe. Renegades have got some work to do, trailing by a run. This one misses up and in. First pitch to the at bat. We've got a pinch hitter. Jackson Lovich has left the ball game. He is replaced by Ian Nolf. Right-handed batter steps in. This one a strike. So now even 1 ball, 1 strike counts. Nolf steps in with Perkins on deck and Drew in the hole. It's also a new pitcher on the mound this inning, as the 1-1 pitch on the way. This one misses outside. Now a 2 ball, 1 strike count. New pitcher for the Mudcats is Jacob Dillon, the right-hander from the University of Kansas. So hold your boos, University of Missouri fans. We've got a Jayhawk on the mound. Or excuse me, bring on the boos, actually. This one misses inside. So now a 3 ball, 1 strike count on the pitch hitting Nolf. Jackson Lovich leaves the game after a strikeout and a hit by pitch. Hope the hit by pitch was not the cause. This is ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Ian Nolf. He'll trot out down to first base as the tying run. Don't want to speculate too much. Lovich was hit on the arm by a hit by pitch when he came to the plate in the 4th inning. Stayed in to play to base run and was actually playing the field. So hopefully just removing him, give Ian Nolf a chance. Regardless, productive at bat for Nolf. He trots on down to first base with the leadoff walk. This pitch in there, actually not in there, just outside, looked to be a strike, but Perkins takes it. It's now ball 1. So final line on the evening for Will Loesch. He goes 5 innings pitched, 1 walk. That 1 walk forced in the 1 run for the Renegades. 6 hits allowed, and 1 earned run. This one inside again. No, not inside. So I have been way off on these 2 pitches at bat. I thought that one missed inside. It looked like the catcher behind the plate, Middleman, made an effort to bring that glove inside and make the catch, but it is called a strike. So now 1 ball, 1 strike count to Brendan Perkins. This one hit foul, and now 1 and 2 as that one goes out of play. New pitcher just inserted into this ball game, Jacob Dillon, right-handed pitcher. Chillicothe has got 12 outs to get, holding now a 1-run lead, 2-1 our score in the top of the 6th inning. Nolf off of first. Here's the pitch. This one, strike 3 called at the knees on the outside corner. Looked to be a little outside, but Perkins is rung up, and that is out number 1, strikeout number 1, recorded by Jacob Dillon. This inning started with Ian Nolf pinch hitting for Jackson Lovich. Worked a base on balls, trotted on down to first base before Brendan Perkins was just rung up looking. So now Nolan Drill will step in. Renegades do have the tying run at first base, 1 out. They've got work to do, trailing 2-1. Here's the first pitch to Drill. This one just misses inside for ball one. I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt, bringing you tonight's Renegades coverage in a game they trail 2-1. This one called strike. Don't necessarily know if drill like that call. Looked to be a little bit up and a little bit in. So now a 1-ball, 1-strike count on drill. No, not a scoreboard is throwing me for a loop here. They continue to mess with it. So this one is swung on and missed. Was a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Now 1-2 after the swing and miss. For a moment there, the scoreboard was all out of whack with the balls and the strikes. I think they thought it was an 0-2 count when it was really 1-1. And now they've got it fixed. So 1-2 on drill. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a pop out. Facing the right-hander Dylan. Here's the pitch. This one just hit foul off the end of the bat. So we will stay put right here at 1-2. Ian Nolf, who walked to lead off this top of the 6th inning, leads at first base. Perkins was just struck out looking. Droll bats here as Joe Herschler waits on deck. Renegades have 11 outs now to scratch across just 1 run at the moment. Here's the pitch. This one swung on a miss. Ball gets away, goes to the backstop. They're going to let the runner go to first base, but I believe he's not able to since the runner was a runner on first. That is correct. So strike 3 swing. No one drilled down on strikes. Nolf does move up to second base on the wild pitch, but that's a second straight strikeout from the right-hander Jacob Dillon. Joe Herschler steps in, contrary to the PA announcer here, announcing him as Joe Hertler. Can't really blame him. I've had my fair share of name mix-up early on in this season. So now runner on second. That's the tying run out there. Here's the first pitch to Herschler. Misses low and outside for ball 1. Herschler can reach. Forte waits on deck. Just got word that Braden Boyer's night is over. He finishes with 5 innings. It'll be Tanner Schmitz coming into pitch this bottom of the 6th inning, but would be in a deficit or potentially a tie if they can bring in that runner Nolf at second base. This one gets away. Nolf is going to trot it up to third base. It kicks off the backstop at more than enough time for Nolf to take third, and now tying run is 90 feet away for the Renegades. We'll see if Joe Herschler, who has the 1 RBI on the game already on a walk in the 4th inning to give the Renegades a 1-0 lead at the time. Can he do it again here? This one outside, and now 3 balls and no strikes on the catcher for the Renegades. Both first and second base now open. So a walk here doesn't do a ton of harm, but Jacob Dillon has looked pretty strong. Struck out Brennan Perkins looking, and no one drill swinging. No movement in that Mudcats bullpen at the moment. Here's the pitch. This one a called strike. Now a 3-ball, 1-strike count. I think maybe they're going to try and get, after Woolgosh went 5, potential if Dillon can finish this inning, maybe they'd send him back out there for the top of the 7th. Nolf off a third. Here's the 3-1 pitch. This one swung on a miss, came with the heat there and got him swinging, and now it's run full. 1 strike, 1 out to go for Jacob Dillon to try and keep that tying run stranded at third base. That's Ian Nolf will pinch hit for Jackson Lovich to lead off this inning. Here's the 3-2. This one low and inside, and that's ball 4. So trotting on down to first base on the full count walk is Herschler. Back-to-back walks for him. Productive at bat. He's been on base all 3 times tonight. So the 2 walks, the result for the 2 base runners this inning. It's Nolf on third and Herschler on first. 2 strikeouts sandwiched in between. So Dillon still has a chance to get through this inning scoreless. He's got to go through Adonis Forte. Single to left in the 3rd. Out his other 2 at-bats. This one way up. Ball 1 now on the center fielder and leadoff hitter for the Renegades, who bat in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs and 2 on. They trail by a run. We are dead even at 6 hits apiece, but a couple of walks here in this inning after starter Woolgosh walked to just 1. Dillon's got the sign. Here's the pitch. This one up high, and now 2 balls and no strike counts. Colby Ott waits on deck. Shortstop this evening for the Renegades, hoping to hit this inning. We'll see if Forte can tie this baby up at 2 apiece. Nolf off third. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. This one upstairs. Now 3 balls and no strikes. So a ball away from walking the bases loaded right-hander Jacob Dillon, University of Kansas product. has come in, and although he does have 2 strikeouts and still could get through this inning scoreless, has been a little bit wild. 2 walks already, and now is falling behind 3-0. Here's the pitch. This one way in, gets away, runner's going to try and score. Here comes Nolf, the feed to Dillon, the tag at the plate. He is out at the dish. It was an awkward play as slowing up at the plate was Nolf and tried to slide under the tag as that one got away, but he was tagged out on the pitch recovering Dillon, and that ends the inning. So Renegades have a shot to tie it, can't do it, as the pinch hitter Nolf is tagged out at the dish. So we'll head to the bottom half of this inning. New pitcher on for the Renegades. We'll be back in just a moment.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
New pitcher on for the Renegades here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Like I told you, it is Tanner Schmitz coming on to pitch for Jefferson City. Final out on the evening for Braden Boyer. It was a good start for the Renegades starting pitcher. He goes 5 innings, 6 punch-outs, only walked 2, gave up 6 hits and 2 earned runs, both RBI singles that came in the 4th inning. So now they'll turn it over to Schmitz, see what he can do, as Renegades have got a couple innings now to try and keep this one at a 2-1 ball game. Had a chance and were a step or 2 away from tying this game in the top of this inning, and Ian Nolf, who came in to pinch hit to lead it off, tried to score on a wild pitch, a perfect feed to the covering pitcher Dillon at the plate, and made the tag as Nolf kind of awkwardly slid and was out. First pitch in there, a strike. This is facing Elian Guzman. Nolf does stay in the game to play second base, replaced Jackson Govich last inning. Now 0-1, Schmitz looking to go to work. Bottom of the 6th inning, Chillicothe up 2-1. This one low and away, and now a ball and a strike. It'll be Guzman, Middleman, and Stanford. Austin Wright, the number 9 hitter, to follow if any of them can reach. Schmitz into his windup, pitching out of it here. Here's the pitch. This one lined out to medium. Diving, leaping catch by Colby Ott. Could not find the words there to describe that one, as that one seemed destined to bloop down there into left center field. But Ott climbed the ladder to make the catch for out number 1. Did, in fact, not dive, but leapt up into the air to spear that one for out number 1. That ball was hit by Guzman off the bat. Thought that one was destined for left center field grass, but Ott, who has been close on a couple diving and leaping plays these last couple of days, climbs the ladder to make the catch there. Nicely done by the shortstop of the Renegades. So this one hit high in the air. Should be out number 2. It's off the bat of Middleman. Nolf makes the catch, even though Ott was chasing after it. Ott could not make the catch as Nolf called him off, and that is out number 2. Just 1 pitch thrown to Middleman, and only 4 pitches on the inning. Schmitz is living right here, 2 up, 2 down. This inning began with Elian Guzman lining out to a leaping Colby Ott at shortstop. Nice defensive play for Ryan Middleman. The catcher just popped out to the second baseman. It was a funny play because Ott, from his shortstop position, ran all the way across to the other side. before Nolf made the catch at the last second. So third batter of the inning steps in, Jonas Sanford, who singled to center in the third and grounded out to the pitcher in the fourth. Sanford, the second baseman, looked at a strike there. Now 0-1. Schmidt's working so quickly you'd have to think he could go out for a second inning if he can get this last out here. This one low and away, now a ball and a strike. Also don't see any movement in that Chillicothe bullpen as well, so you think maybe Jacob Dillon would go back out for this top of the seventh inning. We'll just have to see. Schmidt's into the windup. Here's the 1-1 pitch with nobody on, 2 out. This one fouled off, and now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Austin Wright waits on deck. He is 0 for 1 with a walk on the evening. Good defense on both sides so far. No errors been made, and like I just said, Ott just made a leaping catch on a ball I thought was destined for left center field. Schmidt to strike away. Here's the 1-2. This one once again hit fouled on the right field line, so we will stay put at a ball and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning here at June Schaefer Memorial Stadium. What has been a pretty nice and windy evening here at the ballpark. 1 more strike to get us on to the 7th inning. If Tanner Schmitz can deliver it, he's facing Jonas Sanford into his windup. Here it comes. This one swung lined out to right. Matashek after it. He's under it, and he makes the catch on the line in for out number 3. So nicely done. Tanner Schmitz goes 3 up, 3 down. No hits allowed, and a couple of lineouts to end the 6th inning. So we'll head to the 7th. Renegades got work to do. They trail this one 2-1. Don't go in, or we'll be right back on the Show Me Sports Network.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslog, owner of Hoslog Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hosloglandscape.com.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
Jacob Dillon back out there for his 2nd inning of work. Was a few feet away from giving up a run in his 1st inning that he came in the 6th, but Ian Nolf, who came in to pinch hit and then was on third base, was tagged out at home plate on a tag by Dillon for a 3rd out of the inning as the Renegades were trying to tie this one at 2-2. So now they've got work to do against University of Kansas pitcher. It'll be Ott, Fuller, and Matashek. Renegades here in Chillicothe is Dillon ready to go to work on Ott. This one fouled off for strike 1. Road game here this evening, one of 2 games that the Renegades will play in Chillicothe this season. We'll then head back to Jefferson City tonight and enjoy an off day tomorrow. It'll be Ott, Fuller, and Matashek, like I just mentioned, due up in this top of the 7th inning, going after that. This one foul, 0-2. The Renegades are getting ready to head back to Jefferson City this evening. I want to remind everyone to go riding with Doc and Norm Direct, Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Group sizes range from 1 to 100 or beyond. Doc and Norm really do it all. As 0-2 pitch on the way to Ott is way up and in. That's a ball. Doc and Norm are the official transportation provider of the Renegades, getting us to all our road games safely, efficiently, and in style. To book your spot for your next adventure, call them at 573-256-1991 or email them at reservations@moexpress.com. Thanks to Doc and Norm getting us here today. We'll get us back home tonight. Here's the 1-2. Grounded to third. Vickers has got it. Long throw across the diamond is in time to retire Ott for out number 1. So Ott's retired. That'll bring up Luke Fuller. Renegades have been trailing since the 4th inning, where The Mudcats took a 2-1 lead. That was actually the only inning that either team has scored. Blanked everywhere else. Still sits at 2-1, 6 hits aside. And Jacob Dillon, the University of Kansas product, just recorded his 4th out on the mound. Just over an inning of work so far. As catcher, Middleman, and Dillon are going to have a quick chat before facing the batter stepping in, Luke Fuller. Fuller is 1 for 3, single to center in the first, and then grounded out and flew out his 2 other plate appearances. I'm Ben Schmidt on the Show Me Sports Network. Thanks for listening in tonight. It's been a very competitive, close one here so far. Here's to hoping the Renegades, before they make 8 more outs, can scratch across at least 1 run on the scoreboard. Maybe Luke Fuller can get it started here. He has 1 of those 6 hits that the Renegades currently have. Here's the first pitch. This one just misses for a ball. 1-0 now on the DH. Colbiot started this inning off, grounding out to the third baseman, Bickers. Made a perfect throw across to Guzman. So now here's the 1-0. This one hit high in the air and out of play for a foul, a ball off the net. Medishek almost made a nice catch in foul territory off that one. So now evens things up at a ball and a strike. Fuller has not seen a ton of it pitch in his at-bat. Singled on the first pitch in the first, grounded out on the second pitch in the third, and flew out on the first pitch in the fifth. So longest at-bat for him so far. And that continues with a ball inside, now 2 balls and a strike. Just underway in this top of the 7th inning. On a semi-windy evening here. Dillon's got one that he likes, and here's the pitch. This one up. And now a 3-ball, 1-strike count, potential to put the tying run for the Renegades on base. They've had chances all night long. They've got 6 hits and a couple of walks to go with it, 3 of them to be exact, but have not had a whole lot of timely hitting. Just the 1 bases loaded walk to force in a run when Joe Hersher was at the dish into the 4th inning. Here's the 3-1. This one ripped out to center field, sinking fast. In comes the center fielder. That's down a base hit. Hudson had no play, and that ball might have broken his bat. Made an interesting sound off the bat. Looks to be all right. Carter Goring gives him a quick tap, but regardless, single with 1 out here in this top of the 7th inning for Luke Fuller. So he went out take his lead off of first base with Jack Matishek, who has been really good for Jefferson City these last couple of nights. Back-to-back multi-hit games. Bats cleanup this evening. Has 2 singles to right field. Guzman holds on the runner at first base. That's Fuller. Here's the pitch inside, and that got Matishek, so he'll reach for the 3rd time tonight. Goes with the hit-by-pitch bat flip, as well as he launches that one back towards the Renegades dugout. A little bit of style there. So now 2 runners on for the Renegades as they look to tie this ball game. On the hit-by-pitch, Fuller moves up to second base. Gives a runner in scoring position for the batter up, and that's Carter Gorling. He is 0 for 3, a couple of groundouts, and a flyout to right field as well. Ian Nolf, who pinch hitted for Jackson Lovich last inning, waits on deck. Renegades' first batter of this inning, Colbiot, was retired before a single and a hit by pitch to back-to-back batters. Luke Fuller and Jack Matishek have them in business. They trail by a run, facing Jacob Dillon, University of Kansas product, out there for his 2nd inning on the mound. Now there is some throwing in that Chillicothe bullpen. Quick check of the runners. Here's the pitch. This one, a called strike. Gorling looking to come through here. Renegades do not have a hit with runners in scoring position so far on the evening. Their 1 RBI came on a bases loaded walk. 0-1 now, the pitch on the way. This one hit in the air out towards left field. Chasing after it is Wright, still going after it, and now is under it for the catch for out number 2. That ball bent towards the line on the left field side, and Wright was able to run it down for the flyout against Carter Gorling. It's now still 2 runners on for the Renegades, still an RBI opportunity. They do actually have 1 hit with a runner in scoring position, but it was an infield single, so the runners that at the time were on first and second just moved up to second and third. So no hit with runner in scoring position for an RBI, just the 1 infield single, or sport no for every other at-bat. So runners on first and second after the flyout. Here's the pitch to Nolf. Called strike, nabs the outside corner to begin this at-bat. Nolf walked and then was tagged out at home plate to end last inning, was trying to score the tying run. Now a chance to drive in the tying run if he can put one on that beautiful outfield grass. This one just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brendan Perkins waits on deck. Had that infield single I was just referring to. Nolf in there at second base. On the defensive side, looks at this one. A called strike once again, nabs the outside corner. So now 1-2. It is Zook Fuller leading off of second base and Jack Matashek, who is hit by a pitch off of first. Runners take their leads. 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 outs. And here's the pitch. This one in there, called strike 3, and down goes Nolf on strikes. Renegades once again threaten to tie the game, but can't get it done. And we'll go to the bottom half of this inning. About a standing stretch here in Chillicothe. Back in just a moment on the Show Me Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Seventh inning stretch behind us here now at June Schaefer Memorial Stadium. Tanner Schmitz out for his second inning of work, trying to follow in the footsteps of what Jacob Dillon just did. Completed 2 innings on the mound on what I would assume will be it for him as throwing continues down there in that Chillicothe Mudcats bullpen. So his line as of right now, 2 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, did give up 2 walks and a hit, but no runs allowed, thanks to some timely defense, including a tag out at home plate. So now Renegades looking to keep this still at a 2-1 deficit. They do lead the hit column 7-6, but trailed by a run as none of those hits have really been all that timely for them this evening. Is pitch a ball to Austin Wright to lead it off at the bottom of this order. Tanner Schmitz got 3 up, 3 down in his first inning of work in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Wright. This one hit in the air, curling towards the left field line. Wrong run for Perkins, still chasing after it, and he can't get it as it gets down in front of the wall. Would have been a really long, really good running catch had he made it, but that thing was slicing more and more towards the left field wall in foul territory and just did not have a play. So 1-1 the count now on Austin Wright. He's walked and flew out to right field. After this, we will go through this Chillicothe lineup. Through the 4th time, it's Braden Hudson and Elijah Maris who wait on deck and in the hole. After that foul ball and the run down the first baseline, thinking that one was going to say fair. Austin Wright back into the batter's box. Schmitz looking to retire his 4th straight. Skips this one in there for a ball, now 2-1. Renegades looking to avoid losing a 2nd consecutive game. Snapped a 2-game losing streak on Thursday evening in Joplin when they won 15-10, but then came back home last night and lost 2-0. Schmitz into his windup. Here's the 2-1. This one grounded to first, but is fouling out of place, now 2-2. Been very inconsistent between the run production here for the Renegades so far this season. They scored 7, 9, and 15 in a couple of games this week, but at the same point have been blanked twice. So it's been a struggle to find some consistency and have not had a whole lot on the offensive end tonight. Here's the 2-2 hit out to shallow right field. Coming in on the run is Matashek, still on the run, and then makes the catch head high. Nice running grab coming in for out number 1. That retires Wright, and Schmitz has gone 4 up, 4 down. So after Schmitz is able to retire Austin Wright, we go back to the top. Braden Hudson steps in. He's sporting an 0-for-3 line on the evening. Flew out to right in the 1st before being struck out swinging in the 3rd and the 5th. Looking ahead for the Renegades, like I said, they do have the off day tomorrow, traveling back to Jeff City tonight before 3 road games out of their next 5. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat to Hudson, and their called strike. They go back to Joplin for the 3rd time in a week on Monday evening to Sedalia. That'll be a quick road trip on Tuesday night. They have a couple home games, and then Nevada on Friday. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one outside. Now 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff hitter of the Mudcats. Elijah Maris on deck with Tyler Bickers in the hole. Renegades trail this one by just 1 run. They've got 6 outs to try and scratch that tying run across. This one misses up and outside. So now 2 ball, 1 strike count. Just over 2 hours into this one, we bat in the bottom of the 7th inning, so relatively normal so far. This one upstairs, now 3 balls, 1 strike. Not as fast as the one we had last night at Vivian Field. That game was through 9 innings, a 2-0 final, and just about 2.5 hours. Don't think we're on pace for that here this evening, but Renegades are going to have to really get going here. Schmitz into the lineup. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. This one back up the middle. Schmitz leaps and grabs and makes the catch. Not hit hard at all. Hudson unable to get that one enough power to get over the leaping Schmitz. He makes the catch off the mound. PFP, baby, pitchers fielding practice. Nice play there by the Renegades hurler, and that's out number 2. So Hudson, even though he was ahead in a 3-1 count, saw a pitch he liked there and tried to serve it into center field, but Schmitz off the mound makes a nice play, so all 5 hitters he has faced have been retired. This one grounded out to short. Ott's got it. Looks like it's out number 3. Here's the throw to first. Skips in there. Goring, a nice pick, but they're going to say he was off the bag and safe. Don't know about that one. Coach Amelia does not like that call at all. They look towards the umpire at home. He says he was also off the bag. Amelia immediately came out of the dugout to chat with the umpire. Looked like Goring made what would have been a spectacular scoop on the first base side, but they said it pulled him off the bag. It was a ground ball hit not too hard out to the shortstop Ott, but when he made the throw over to first, it was low. They ruled that hit on the scoreboard for now, so not to such 7 in the hit column. If that throw is on target, it most likely would have been in time to get out number 3. But regardless, now a 2-out base runner, the first base runner that Schmitz will have to pitch with. Quick throw over to first. Now they put an error up there on the scoreboard. So Maris now leading off of first base. It's Tyler Bickers in there. Has 2 hits on the evening. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss. Schmitz got that one by him for strike 1. Bickers flew out to left, single to right, and single to center. And that single to right, he also stole a base in the 4th and scored what was the first run for Chillicothe at the time. Quick throw over to first again. This one closer, diving back in there safely, though, is Maris. Renegades just making their first error of the evening on a low throw that Goring looked to be able to dig out of the dirt, but umpires ruled that it pulled him off the bag, allowing Maris to reach safely. Here's the pitch outside. It's now a ball and a strike to the number 3 hitter for the Mudcats. Looking ahead to the top of the 8th inning for the Renegades, they've got some work to do. It'll be 7, 8, 9 in the order. Perkins, Drill, and Hirschler. Back into the batter's box now. Bickers awaits the 1-1 pitch from the right-hander for the Renegades. This one hit foul and out of play. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Schmitz so far an inning and 2/3 has not struck out a batter, but has induced weak contact. Couple lineouts. Just put a ball on the ground a moment ago. There was an error, but regardless, has looked very good so far following Braden Boyer, who also had an outstanding evening on the bump. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bickers. Here's Schmitz, got one he likes. Here's the pitch. This one fouled off, and we will stay just right here at a ball and 2 strikes. We will once again do the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch here in just a moment. Schmitz now working with a runner off of first base. That's Maris. He is held on by Gorling. And here comes the pitch. This one just missed. Pulled Herschel a little bit towards the inside part of the plate. Looked to try and frame it there for strike 3, but no call was made. So now 2 ball, 2 strike count. Tanner Sears, the DH, waits on deck. He's also scored a run here this evening. Will come to the plate if Tyler Bickers can keep this inning alive. Schmitz, quick check of the runner. Here's the 2-2. This one lined out to shallow right field, coming in as Matischek, and that's going to fall in between him and the second baseman. No play. Throw comes back in, goes to third, allows the runner to take second base, and now second and third with 2 outs. Smart base running by the batter Bickers, who advances to second on the single. That ball was a blooper. Matashek had a long way coming in. Going out was a second baseman, Nolf. Neither really had a play, and that one blooped in. Throw came into third base to try and get Maris, who was going first to third. And alertly, when that throw went there, this guy who hit the single, Bickers, moved on up to second base. Now 2 in scoring position for the Mudcats. This inning continued on the throwing error by the shortstop, Colby Ott. And now runners on second and third. It's Maris off a third, Bickers off a second, who just singled to right field. Now Tanner Sears, who is 1 for 2 on the night, also had a hit by pitch, will step in. Big opportunity if he puts one in the outfield. Could double this lead from 2-1 to 4-1. Tanner Schmitz came on last inning, pitched a scoreless 6th, went 3 up, 3 down actually. Retired the first 2 he faced this inning, and now has some work to do here against the DH. Runners lead off a second and third. Renegades play straight up defense on the infield. And here's the pitch. This one swung on him as blew the high fastball by him. Sears tried to go up and get it, and that is strike 1. Renegades have been trailing since the 4th inning when Chillicothe took a 2-1 lead. Nothing has been put up on the scoreboard since. Still 2-1 our score. 2 outs now. Bottom of the 7th inning. Schmitz has got what he likes. Still looking in, and now the pitch. This one upstairs, now a ball and a strike. Luis Ramirez now waits on deck. First base is open, so could walk him here and still keep this thing scoreless, but Schmitz trying to end it right here. Has most pitches in this situation. Well, that was not really hard hitting analysis out of the mouth of Ben Schmidt right there. So Schmitz now up with what he likes. Runners take the leads off second and third. Here's the pitch. This one. Upstairs, the ball looked like Hersler was going to throw down to third, but just a pump fakes. Now a 2-1 count on the DH of Chillicothe. Tanner looking to get the final out of this bottom of the 7th inning. He's got 2 base runners to work with. 2 balls, 1 strike to Sears. Here it is. This one hit in the air, curving foul. I think this is going to get out of play. Perkins chases, but that one's over. Everyone clanks off whatever sort of, I don't even know what that is down the left field line. It looks like a horse's stable, but I don't see any horses, so I really don't know what that is, but whatever it is, it hit off the top of it for a foul ball. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schmitz a strike away from getting us on to the top of the 8th inning. Still a 2-1 score. He's got a 2-2 count. Still some movement in that bullpen of Chillicothe. You'd think that Jacob Dillon is done for the evening, but you never know. New ball is delivered to the umpire, and now Sears will step back in a 2-2 count. Elijah Maris, who reached on an error at third base, and Tyler Bickers, who just singled to right field off of second base. Set at the mound. Schmitz has got one, and the right-hander will deliver. This one hit high in the air, but will get out of play over all of us for foul. This one's headed to the stands. It gets actually just over all of us. So now we'll do the 2-2 once more. Gorling and the catcher, Hersler, both gave it a chance, but no luck right there. Schmitz will once again have to bring home the 2-2 pitch. There's a couple foul balls in this at-bat, off the at-bat by Tanner Sears. He's battled here, and now still with a 2-out RBI opportunity. Chance for a couple of them, in fact. Schmitz to look in will once again bring home the 2-2 pitch. He sets, kicks the left leg, and deals. This one low and away, gets away momentarily, but the runners will stay put. But regardless, it's run to a full count. Some potential to load the bases up here. Schmitz can't find the strike zone on this 2-3-2 pitch. Renegades already have work to do. They chill this one by a score of 2-1 when they've been down since the 4th inning. And looking to try not to have to come back from any more for a team that is struggling to score runs on offense. Schmitz sets. He's going to have to bring home the 3-2 to Sears, and here it is. This one grounded in between the hole at third and short. Long run, slides, has no play, and a runner score. Even if he fields that one cleanly, don't think he has a play at first base as Sears was hustling up the line. That'll go as an RBI infield single, 3rd run of the ball game. On the play, Bickers moves up to third base. Maris comes home to score. Chillicothe has now scored the first run for either side since the 4th inning. Comes here in the bottom of the 7th. They now lead this one 3-1. This inning was first 2 up, 2 down before an error allowed Elijah Maris to reach. Then moved up to third on the Bickers single. Bickers also moved to second on that play before Tanner Sears' ball that did not get out of the infield goes for an RBI. This one way up and in, ball 1. It is Luis Ramirez who is standing in, had an RBI single in the 4th, strikeout, and a pop out to first to bookend that RBI single. So Schmidt's still looking to get this third out. Here's the pitch. This one upstairs. Now a 2-0, no strike count. Elian Guzman waits on deck. He's been on once, but was picked off way back in the 2nd inning. Schmidt's got work to do. Runners at first and third, 2 outs now. Here's the 2-0. Hit high in the air. Going out as the third baseman. It's actually Ott who's going to come over and get it on the pop-up, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But not before Chillicothe adds what was a 2-1 lead. It is now 3-1. We will head to the 8th inning. Renegades got work to do. Back in just a moment.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer. You're a parent. You're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
Top of the 8th inning we go. Renegades now trailing by 2 runs after the RBI infield single in the bottom of the 7th inning extended the Chillicothe Mudcats lead. It is in fact Jacob Dillon heading back out there. He misses ball 1. He'll face Perkins, Drill, and Herschler here in the Renegades batting order. So Dillon, who 2 innings, 3 strikeouts to go with 2 walks, a hit, has not given up a run though. He heads out for his 3rd inning on the mound. This one fouled off, out of place. Now 1-1 the count now on Perkins. Perkins has flown out and struck out looking, but also had an infield single. That is the only hit so far for the Renegades tonight with a runner in scoring position. Runs and hits have been tough to come by for the Renegades. This one way up and in. And now a 2-ball, 1 strike count on the left fielder of the Renegades. For what I can recall, the first time this game, Chillicothe has taken the lead in the hit column after a couple hits last inning. They now have 8 compared to the Renegades 7. His pitch in, there are called strikes. Now a 2-ball, 2 strike, or even to Perkins. Renegades down to their final 6 outs. They were in a very similar position last night, trailing by 2 runs. We'll see if they can reverse their fortunes here. Here's the pitch, fouled off, and we stay right here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Perkins playing left field this evening. Pitched last night for the Renegades. Pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 run. Now here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Perkins ready. This one swung on a miss. He went chasing, and that is strike 3, out number 1. That one bended out and away, down out of the strike zone, but Perkins tried to get bat on it. Could not come up with anything but air, and he is retired for out number 1 of this inning. That is the 4th strikeout of the ballgame so far for Jacob Dillon on in relief. Pitcher out of the University of Kansas has pitched really, really well so far and has been the gap from Will Loesch, who started this game, to what I would presume would be closure to come on potentially for Chillicothe if they can get to the 9th. This pitch misses outside. That's ball 1. It's Nolan Drill who steps in. He is 0 for 3. Flew out to right, popped out to the second baseman, and struck out swinging. He bats. Herschel waits on deck. Here's the pitch. This one hit in the air but fouling out of play. So evens things up at a ball and a strike. Dillon looking to work pretty quickly here this inning. He's gotten the ball. He's gotten set. He's gotten ready to go. So now back on the mound. He's ready to bring home the 1-1 pitch. Here it is. This one, check swing. He went around. That is strike 2 to Drill. It was low and outside, and Drill tried to check his swing, but no chance once he really got things going. And now he's down in a 2-strike count. If Dillon can strike out Drill here, it would be his 3rd strikeout in a row dating back to last inning when he got Ian Nolf to go down looking. This one not in there. So even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Herscher waits on deck. He is responsible for the only RBI of the ballgame that the Renegades have. He's also been on base all 3 times. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no one on and 1 out. Here's the pitch, low and away, and now it's run full. Good at bat now for Drill. He has laid off a couple pitches down and away, at least once he got the 2 strikes. Now we'll see if that could lead to a potential base runner, bring the tying run to the plate for the Renegades. They have been trailing ever since the 4th inning when they fell behind 2-1, and now 3-1. This is ball 4 outside, and that is a walk. So Drill reaches base, 1 out base runner for the Renegades, and they will bring the tying run to the plate here in this bottom of the 8th inning. Drill fell behind 1-2 in that count before working it all the way back to full and then took ball 4. So he now reaches at first base. Big at bat now for Herscher, who has been on base all 3 times tonight. Dillon so far has pitched 2 1/3 innings. Got Perkins a strikeout swinging to lead off this inning. Now goes to work. Misses low. That's ball 1. Now 4 straight balls thrown by the right-hander for the Mudcats. Drill being held on at first base by Guzman. Right-hander sets and brings home the pitch. This one hit out and out of play. Foul ball. Hit to the right side, but it hit off the net, so nothing comes of it. Renegades have just 5 outs to try and scratch across 2 runs. They've been trailing for the majority of this one, although they have gotten good pitching. Here's the pitch. This one outside. Now a 2 ball, 1 strike count for the catcher tonight for the Renegades. Herscher bats. Forte waits on deck. Odd hoping to bat if either of them can reach and get a Renegades rally going. They trail 7-8 in the hit column as well. This one grounded back up the middle. It's right at the second baseman. Is short for 1. Return throw to first, and that's a double play. They go 4-6-3. Sanford, Ramirez to Guzman, and that ends the inning. And Dillon is through 3 scoreless innings of work. So Renegades looking to keep this one at 3-1. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Don't go anywhere. Right back on the Show Me Sports Network in just a moment.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made with premium-grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
New pitcher on for the Renegades here in this bottom of the 8th inning. They look to keep this thing right at a 2-run deficit after giving up 1 more run in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's where they currently stand. And it'll be Heath Stuckey on to try and keep this thing right where it's at. Get the 3 outs to send this thing to the 9th with the Renegades trailing 3-1. They've been trailing for most of this one. They took a 1-0 lead in the 4th inning, if you're just joining us. It was on a bases-loaded walk by the catcher Joe Hersler. And quickly the lead was given right back up as RBI singles by Luis Ramirez and Ryan Middleman brought home Tyler Bickers and Tanner Sears. That gave the Mudcats a 2-1 lead in the 4th. Before another run was just tacked on, an RBI infield single by Tanner Sears. That brought home Elijah Ramirez, who reached on an error. So final line now for Tanner Schmitz in relief. He goes 2 innings pitched, does not strike out or walk a batter, gives up just 2 hits, 1 run, but it was an unearned run as that inning continued due to an error by the Renegades. That is the only error that the Renegades have made so far this evening. Chillicothe has not made any errors on their side. 8 hits so far for the Mudcats. Renegades have 7. Chillicothe also leads 3-1 in the score column. So on to the bottom of the 8th we go. Stuckey's first pitch is in there for a called strike. It'll be Guzman, Middleman, and Sanford due up in that order. It is 6, 7, 8 in the lineup for Chillicothe. Stuckey working quickly. Here's the pitch. This one floats just outside. Snell ball and a strike. Hat actually came off of the head of Stuckey. Wind has certainly continued to have a presence here, picked up and is really taking a toll on the pages of this scorebook. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Here's the pitch. This one grounded out to third. Drill has got it on a hop. Will make the throw across the diamond to Gorling. He's got it. 3 pitches and out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Stuckey immediately comes in to try and get the 3 outs in the 8th inning and is able to get Guzman ground out to start it off. So after the grounded off the bat of Guzman, here comes the catcher Ryan Middleman. He has flown out to center, had an RBI single to center field, or excuse me, to left field in the 4th inning, and then popped out to second in his last at bat. This one in there, a called strike. Stuckey pumps it in. Jonas Sanford waits on deck with Austin Wright to follow if Chillicothe can scratch across the base runner this inning. Stuckey into the windup. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one upstairs now even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just looking ahead in the 9th inning where the Renegades will need at least 2 runs, potentially more depending on how this inning goes. They will have the top of the order due up. It's Forte, Ott, and Four. This one lined into right field. That gets down a base hit in front of Matashek, and that's a 1-out single, the 9th hit of the ball game for Chillicothe. Nice piece hitting there by Middleman. It's his 2nd hit of the evening. He's now 2 for 4. And I'll bring up Jonas Sanford with a 1-out base runner. Stuckey, the 3rd pitcher of the evening that the Renegades have used. They used Boyer through the first 5 and then Schmitz through the last 2. Stuckey's pitch skips in there, but a nice catch by Herschler keeps the runner staying put at first base. I want to thank everyone for tuning in this evening on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt, bringing you all of tonight's Renegades coverage. We'll be back at it after some off day tomorrow, and Joplin on Monday, then Sedalia on Tuesday. Back in the batter's box, here's the 1-0 pitch. This one lined out to right field. Matashek after it. He looks to be under it, and he makes the catch in stride. That retires Sanford for out number 2. Nice running catch there by the right fielder Matashek, who has also got a couple hits on his line. He's played a nice game despite the Renegades trailing. And now an out away from sending this one to the top of the 9th inning where the Renegades will then bat. So after the fly out off the bat of Sanford, it goes to the number 9 hitter in this batting order. About to complete this 4th time through the Mudcats lineup. And it is Austin Wright to round it out. Left fielder, the only left-handed hitter in the lineup this evening for Chillicothe. Pitch. This one a called strike at the knees for strike 1 out of the arm of Stuckey. Wright is walked and then flown out to right his 2 other plate appearances. At 1 walk came back in the 3rd inning. Stuckey, also one of the guys sporting the stirrups tonight. Here's the pitch. This one bounces in there, 1-1, and they're actually going to say that got the foot of Wright, so he'll head to first base. Thought that one just got away, but it looked like it got the foot, bounced right off to the left side, and now 2 runners on for Chillicothe. After that one skipped in there, Middleman immediately took off for second base like it was just a wild pitch. But turns out the reason it got away is because it got right, and now we'll go back to the top of the lineup. So Stuckey still a chance to get to this inning scoreless, trying to send us to the 9th. 3-1 our score. Mudcats currently leading it here in Mudcat Nation at June Schaefer Memorial Stadium. Now batting his leadoff hitter, Braden Hudson. He's 0 for 4. Stuckey checks the runner. Here's the pitch. This one hit weakly out towards the first baseman. Gorling dives, can't get it, but he's got the ball flipped to Stuckey, and he's safe at first base. That was a speedy running moving up the baseline. That'll almost surely go as an infield single as Gorling tried to make the diving catch, but when he couldn't get it, O'Leary flipped the ball to the covering Stuckey, but the umpires ruled that runner was safe evidently by just the blink of an eye. Coach D'Amelia for the Renegades out to talk over this one with the umpire. Evidently did not like that call. It was a heads-up play by the pitcher Stuckey to get over there and cover the bag, but Hudson, who was busting out of the box, beat that one just in time as that's another hit for Chillicothe. Conversation still going on between the umpires. Don't really know what they would do about this one. Is not even a bad defensive play there by the Renegades. Would have been a diving catch on a weakly hit ball, and then even after that, still almost slipped it in time. Would very easily could have been called for out number 3. Regardless, inning continues. Middleman goes to third on the play. Wright, who was just hit by a pitch, takes second as Hudson now leads off of first base. So bases loaded opportunity. If Maris can punch one in here, would really break this game open. One the Renegades already trailed by 2 runs, but what already feels like a tall task to climb in the top of the 9th inning could get a little bit harder if Maris could come through here. Stuckey looking to get the final out of the inning. Into the windup, here's the pitch. This one way in, almost got him, but that's ball 1. Maris bats 0 for 4 evening. A couple strikeouts, a flyout, and reached on an error last inning, and then actually came around to score was the 3rd run. Here's the 1-0. This one outside and away. Nice catch there by Herschler, but that makes it a 2-0 count. Stuckey in danger now. Getting things really hairy here for the Renegades in this bottom of the 8th. Stuckey came on, got 2 of the first 3 batters he faced before a hit by pitch and a infield single loaded him up. This one lined out to left field. That's going to base hit and RBI. 1 run in. They're going to wave around the second runner. He's going to try and score right from second. The throw, the tag. He is out at the plate. Renegades nab a runner. First run scored from third. That was Middleman. Perfect delivery to the plate coming from the left fielder Perkins, and a great diving tag by the catcher Herschler to save a run. But the Renegades are now trailing by 3 runs as Chillicothe adds 1 more. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Can the Renegades rally? We'll see in just a moment.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 2-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Renegades got some major work to do as we head to the top of the 9th inning here at June Schaefer Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, Missouri. I'm Mitch Schmidt here on the Show Me Sports Network, bringing you what I hope is a Renegades comeback here in the top of the 9th inning, but they've got to scratch across now 3 runs. Final line on the relief pitcher for Chillicothe, who pitched 3 really good innings. 3 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts to go with 3 walks, a hit allowed, and no earned runs for the relief pitcher for Chillicothe. That was Jacob Dillon. They've got a new one on for the save. I'll give you that as just a second. This one skips in there to Forte to lead off this top of the 9th inning. So it is Kobe Linder in for the save, trying to get the final 3 outs and give Chillicothe this win. Right-handed pitcher Linder is from Missouri Valley. So a chance here to nail this one down. Give Chillicothe what would be a 3-1 run victory. They lead this one 4-1. Forte back in, left-handed batter, waits on the 1-0 and fouls that one off. So now 1 ball, 1 strike count. Colby Ott waits on deck with Luke Fuller in the hole. Jack Matashek to follow if any of them can reach. Will Loesch started this game going 5 innings before Jacob Dillon just went the last 3. Now Linder in for the final. This one grounded out to third. Third baseman Bickers has got it. Throw across the diamond. The scoop, and it gets away into the dugout. Forte is going to make the turn and head to second. Actually didn't go to the dugout. The throw to second. The tag on Forte. The call is still not made. We don't know. And they rule him safe at second base. But now Forte was off the bag. Still waiting on a call, and he's still safe at second. What an unbelievable play. I don't even know what to say there. So Forte, the ball got away, and he made the turn ahead to second. It bounced off the dugout. When they made the throw to second base, no umpire went over to the second base bag, and what looked like a tag to maybe have Forte out. The call was never made. They waited a couple seconds before ruling safe, but Forte, I think, thought he was out and got off the bag. And then once he realized the play was still going, dove back in once again, and they again waited to make a call and then called him safe again. Not a whole lot I think you can do here. I think they're going to have to leave Forte at second, but some gigantic gaffes here by no one being able to make that call at second base. And to make matters worse, the two of them just stood there and neither made a call, so no one on the field really knew what was happening. They're still discussing now with the coach. I think Forte is going to be at second. I don't really know what you could change here, and it's going to go down, I believe, as an error, and then he goes to second base, that being Forte. But regardless, the Renegades have a leadoff base runner on second base to begin this top of the ninth inning. One, they trail by 3 runs. Still waiting to see what they put up on the scoreboard. I think if that throw is on the money, Forte is probably out, so most likely will go down as an error. But regardless, he's at second base. They do rule it an error. First error made of the ball game by the Mudcats. Now Forte off a second. Ott steps in. Here's the pitch. This one skips in there for a ball. Renegades currently trailing in the hit column. They do rule it a base hit, but then the error allowing him to go to second base. They're saying that Forte would have beat that out if it was an on target though, but the throw getting away is what allowed him to move to second. So Renegades now have 8 hits. Check of the runner. Here's the pitch. This one hit down the right field line, but out of play. That's a foul ball. Evens things up at a ball and a strike to the number 2 hitter in this Renegades lineup. Colby Ott is 0 for 4. A couple pop outs and a couple ground outs on his line this evening. Donis Forte had an infield single to lead off this inning, just advanced to second on a throwing error and on a just wild umpiring mistake there. Very lucky for the Renegades, it goes their way. This one grounded out to short. Forte is going to move up to third. Shortstop Ramirez boots it, and it goes into left field. Forte is going to come around to score. Otto stay at first, and that's a run for the Renegades. Back-to-back defensive gaffes here by the Chillicothe Mudcats, and the Renegades have some life. Forte alertly saw once that ball got into left field to come around and score, and Otto's on base after another error committed by the Chillicothe. That one surely would have been an out, and very heads up by Forte as he was off moving to third when that ball was put in play, and he almost kind of got in the way of the shortstop Ramirez, kind of got in his view, and I don't know if that really affected it, but ball got through the glove and into left field. So now the Renegades have the tying run at the plate and Luke Fuller. The kick, the pitch, Luke Fuller grounds it to first. Is it fair? Is it foul? It is foul. So now an no ball, 1 strike count on the number 3 hitter for the Renegades. Jack Matashek, who has 2 hits on the evening, waits on deck. Matashek been on base 3 times. Fuller on the evening has been on twice. He has 2 hits as well. He's 2 for 4 with 2 singles to center field. So 3 and 4 hitters in the lineup getting done. Linder, here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, pulled the string, and that is strike 2 now. 0-2 on the number 3 hitter in this Renegades lineup. This inning started on an infield single off the bat of Adonis Forte. He moved up to second base on a throwing error. Then Colby Ott just reached on another error, this time on the shortstop Ramirez. When that ball kicked into left field, Forte came around from second to score. Renegades now trail 4-2, no outs in the top of the 9th. Here's the pitch to Fuller. This one hit in the air and out of play. That's a foul ball, and we stay put at 0-2. Lines for both teams. Chillicothe Mudcats have 4 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors now. Renegades have 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. Back in the box, Fuller ready. Same as the pitcher, Linder. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Fuller. Went chasing there. Didn't make contact, and that is out number 1 on a strikeout swinging for Linder. So Kobe Linder, I mean, Defense picked him up, could honestly have gone through a 3-3 down 9th inning, but now still has to deal with a tying run coming to the plate, and Jack Matashek gets the strikeout swing of Luke Fuller for the first out of this inning. So Matashek steps in, 2 for 3, swings and hits this one right in front of the plate. That's going to be ruled a fair ball, and it's going to get under the third baseman's glove. It gets past the shortstop too, and that's an infield single. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a Baltimore chop. Hit so high in the air, got over the leaping pitcher Linder, under the glove of the third baseman Bickers, and then under the glove again of the shortstop Ramirez, and the tying runner is now on base with the second infield single of the inning. Incredible luck right there for the Renegades. There's 3 different Mudcats who went after that ball, and the ball just decided to go in the glove of none of those 3. So now tying runners at first base, Renegades trail by 2. Forte already in this inning, Otry's on an error. Matashek just had an infield single. Now steps in Carter Goring. Linder looking for the save. Here's his pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1 now the count now on the number 5 hitting in the order, first baseman. 0 for 4 on the evening. Biggest spot by far of the game for him, though. Back into the stretch. Linder's got the sign, check of the runner, and the pitch. This one misses just outside. So now it's run even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Big spot here for Carter Goring. Has played first base this evening, and now is an opportunity to try and bring home the 3rd and 4th runs of the game and try and tie this one up for the Renegades, or even better, put one over the wall, give them a lead. Here's the pitch. This one swung, hair rolling off the bat. It's the short double play opportunity. Flip to second for 1. Here's the return throw. Goring beats it out. He's safe. Good hustle as that ball was hit just too slowly to turn 2. Matashek is out on the fielder's choice, and the Renegades are down to their last outs. Might have even been a broker's bat as well, as I think I heard some wood snapping. As looks like the Renegades maybe will go to a pinch runner here with the tying runner first. Don't know. Nope, that's actually going to be a pinch hitter. That is TJ Rockerbomber stepping in. So on the play, moving up to third base is Colby Ott. His run doesn't really matter for the Renegades. They trail by 2. Matashek is out at second, and Goring now at first base as the tying run. And TJ Rockerbomber will step in, pinch hitting for Ian Nolf, lefty-righty advantage for the Renegades. Linder trying to get this final out. Here comes the pitch to Rockerbomber. This one low, skips in there, good block. That is ball 1. This spot in the batting order was originally held by Jackson Lovich. He was pinch hit for by Ian Nolf, and now Ian Nolf now pinch hit right here for Rockerbomber, who is now ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Renegades already scored 1 this inning. Adonis Forte came around to score on an error. Now runners at first and third, down 4-2. This one misses as well. Now 2 balls and no strikes. If Rockerbomber can reach and move that tying run over to second base, it'll be Brennan Perkins on deck. Goring, who just reached on a fielder's choice, just beat out a double play opportunity for the Mudcats. Leads off first. Out off at third. Colby Linder in for the save. He's got 1 out to get. Here's the pitch. This one low now, 3-0. Big opportunity here, because if Rockerbomber can reach, especially via walk here, you move the tying run in this ball game into scoring position and would load the bases. Renegades finally showing some signs of life, albeit thanks to some help by this Chillicothe defense, but down 4-2, now have a shot. Rockerbomber had 3-0. Here's the pitch. This one at the knees, a called strike. Looked to be a little low, but they ring it up anyway. Now 3 ball, 1 strike count. By far the biggest moment in this ball game. Renegades down to their last gasp. Have the tying run at first base, but are in a 3-1 count, trailing 4-2, and there's 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Rockerbomber pinch hitting for Nolf. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch. This is ripped out to right. Right fielder after it. It's Maris. He goes after it, and it's going to fall on a base hit. And the runner goes, the pitch goes away. The runner's going to go to third, and Rockerbomber stays at first. Tongue-tied there as the ball got away. I didn't know if they were going to try and send the runner on first base, curling all the way around to score. But that is an RBI single to right field for Rockerbomber. Pinch hit comes up big, and the Renegades now trail by just a run with the tying run 90 feet away. So that ball was laced to right field. Coming in was Maris trying to make the catch. Couldn't do it, and the ball got past him. And Immediately, I saw some waves going on. Didn't know if they were going to try and send the runner going on first all the way around. They did not, smartly. And Rocket Bomber stayed at first base. Now first and third, once again, tying run at third. Odd comes in to score on the play. He reached on an error earlier in this inning on the RBI single by the pinch hitter TJ Rocket Bomber. And now going at third, Rocket Bomber at first. Renegades trail this one now 4-3 after their 9th hit of the ball game. A team that has been dormant on the offensive side for now all of last night, the 9 innings, and really for the first 8 innings here this evening, has now shown some signs of life and have a real opportunity to tie this ball game here against the Chillicothe Mudcats, showing 4-1 heading into this inning. All of a sudden is now 4-3, and the tying run is 90 feet away. That is Carter Goring, who reached on a fielder's choice at third base. Just went from first to third. Was already on his way to third when that ball got past the right fielder, Maris. That's why I thought they might test it, but it was a smart decision not to. Here we go. Game on the line. Brennan Perkins in. Let's see what you got. Left fielder is 1 for 4. Here's the pitch. This one misses low, and that's ball 1. Pitcher Kobe Linder came into this inning looking for a 3-out save. Has not had a whole lot of help by his defense. Defense already made 2 errors this inning, allowing 2 runs to come in and score. It's taken this from a 4-1 to a 4-3 ball game. Renegades still trail. Here's the 1-0. This one misses low. Now 2 balls, no strikes on the left fielder of the Renegades. Nolan Drill waits on deck just for, in case you were wondering, if potentially Perkins could walk to load up the bases. Renegades trailed this one all game long. They now are down 4-3, tying run at third. Here's the 2-0 pitch. This one swung on, hit high in the air, but it looks like it's going to get out of play. Catcher might have a play. He's over, and he makes the catch to end the ball game. Thought that might want to get into the netting, but it would not. It stayed in play, and the catcher Middleman makes the catch to wrap this one up. Renegades show a whole lot of fight here in the 9th. Come just shy of what would have been a 3-run comeback, and the tying run is left stranded at third base as Brennan Perkins pops out to end the game. It was close, ladies and gentlemen. It was a 4-3 final. Renegades really gave their all in the 9th inning there, thanks to a couple errors and an RBI single by TJ Rocket Bomber. 2-run score in Forte and Ott, but the Renegades fall just short this evening. So Will Loesch will get the win on the mound here this evening. He went 5 innings, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 6 hits, 1 earned run. Taking the loss will be Braden Boyer. He was really good despite taking the loss. 5 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 6 hits, and 2 earned run. And on for the save, Kobe Linder. He gets it done despite giving up the runs, and the Renegades fall 4-3 final score. So this is their 2nd straight game that they dropped. They put up 15 runs a couple nights ago, but then dropped the last 2-0 last night, and 4-3 here this evening, despite attempting comeback in the top of the 9th inning. Good pitch performance all around for the Renegades. Boyer, Schmitz, and Stuckey combined to go the 8 innings needed. They give up 4 runs, only 3 of them earned, the other one coming on an error. Put up 6 strikeouts as well. Meanwhile, on the other side, the starting pitching for the Mudcats goes the 9 innings. They put up just 4 strikeouts on the evening, actually 5 after the one coming in the 9th inning by Linder. And they hold the Renegades to 3 runs. Only 1, I would have to guess, based on the 2 errors in the 9th inning, will be earned. So as we're on the road and have to travel back to Jefferson City this evening, that's going to be all of me. But hope to see you at the ballpark later this week at Vivian Field, hosting the same Chillicothe team on Wednesday night at 7, and then Nevada Thursday before Sedalia Friday. All of those games at 7 p.m. This was a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Renegades keep finding themselves in close ball games, but have not been able to put it together yet. We'll see if that can maybe get started after a needed off day tomorrow. Renegades fall to 4-7 on the season. Mudcats move up to 4-8. In a game that the Mudcats tried to give away in the 9th inning, but the Renegades fall just short with the pop out to the catcher to end the inning. So that's going to be all for me. I hope you enjoyed the coverage this evening on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt. Brought you each of these last games the last couple days, and I'll be back on the road on Monday to bring it to you once again. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday night on the Show Me Sports Network. Renegades lose this one 4-3. We'll be back on Monday. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your Saturday, and let's hope for a Renegades win when they come back on Monday. See you later.
You've been listening to the biggest and absolute best game coverage in mid-Missouri on the exclusive home for Jefferson City Renegades baseball, the Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network. The Show Me Sports Network broadcast crew are the ones that know your Renegades the best. Exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball has been brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City, Avon with Michelle Carty, Boone County Journal, Centurion Cares, Christopher Scott, Farmers Insurance, Doc and Norm Direct, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving, LLC, Hoslog Landscaping and Design, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, River Oak Christian Academy, Sawdust Studios, State Tech of Missouri, and Walk Off Wood Bat Company. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Join us anytime on the web at ShowMeSportsNetwork.com or find us on Facebook by searching the Show Me Sports Network. The Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network, your exclusive home for Jefferson City Renegades.
Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The preceding was an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and was a high-fidelity all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.